Casey, is it game time, baby?
It's game time. Let's do this.
Let's do this then, my G. Woo. Sunday, baby. Let's get it cracking, dog. Welcome to Hood Stocks on a Sunday early evening. I know a lot of you cats are watching football. Hope your team wins. Hope you're having a good time. Life is good. Life is great. Eat some mushrooms, motherfuckers.
Whoa.
Get your mind right. Let's go! I want to give a big shout out to Stizzy. Pull up to the local Stizzy shop in your area and cop some of that good, baby. You can also follow them on Instagram at Stizzy Nation. All right, peep game. Looking for the best criminal defense attorney in the city of Los Angeles? Look no further. Doug Sherrod is our guy. He could be your guy too. Mr. Sherrod used to be a federal prosecutor as well as district attorney for the city of Los Angeles. He didn't like the unfair politics on that side of the fence, so now he's going to bat for individuals that are wrongfully accused or just had a bad weekend, right? Damn, we don't need that. But if you happen to cross that bridge, this is your dude right here, okay? You can reach him. You can reach Mr. Doug Sherrod at KingKongLawyer.com. KingKongLawyer.com. Excuse me. Looking for some good quality cannabis? I just threw up in my fucking mouth, dog.
Whoa.
It's a long fucking night, baby. I don't even know how the fuck you got a little motherfucking little lucky half dead right here today, baby.
You already know.
Looking for some good quality cannabis? I mean killer quality cannabis. Here to the folks at Killer Kush. They specialize in bringing you the best quality available from OG to exotic. They got it all, baby. Hit them up at killerkushcali@gmail.com or on IG at killerkush__420. Okay. If you're local in the OC or LA area, you can find them in the heart of Whittier. And that address is 13739 Leffingwell Road, Whittier, Unit F. All right. My Orange County homie, stand the fuck up. Got the best brand. Got the best brand out there, baby. That's Gutter Phenom. Gutter Phenom is a lifestyle brand that is dedicated to supporting and inspiring individuals who are determined to achieve their dreams. We believe that no matter where you come from and what you've been through,
anything impossible.
What you've been through with hard work and dedication,
anything impossible.
Thank you, Casey.
Gutter Phenom.
Portion of their proceeds are donated to organizations that provide vocational training for parolees and scholarships for those in need of drug and alcohol treatment. Visit gutterphenom.com. Gutterphenom.com. One more time, gutterphenom.com. And use the exclusive code HoodStocks20 to receive 20% off your order today. All right, guys. Very anticipated. Part 2 podcast.
Part 2, here we come.
You know what to do, baby. Everybody give it up for Ricky Drewps. What the fuck?
Whoa, whoa.
There it goes.
Back, baby, we're back. Back, part 2. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
How you doing, Rick?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm chilling, man. Living. You already know.
You look like you're living your best life, my G.
Man, no lie. I am living my best life, man. For real.
Would you say your life is better now than it was when you were at the height of your, success with the street stuff?
Well, look, with the height of the street stuff, it's great, dog. Like, you're feeling yourself. Like, everything is good. But at the same time, you never know when the walls are going to come crashing down. So, like, right now, I really ain't got them same kind of worries, Like, I could come in contact with the police and not have the same worries, They could pull me over, get behind me. I still might be like, damn, these dudes are going to be on some bullshit. But at least I know I'm not going to jail,
Absolutely.
So it's just a whole different life, man. I got my job back. I'm living good. Like life's good, man. Life's good. Real talk. Freedom is priceless. People don't understand that part, but freedom is really priceless.
Peace of mind, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Peace of mind, dog.
Yep, no lie.
So I think a good point to start off this part 2 is I was thinking about it. So we were at a part in your story where they're raiding your house. They call you up on the phone. Feds call you on the phone.
Called me on the phone, bro. Like, no bullshit. And when somebody calls your house, in the early morning hours, they called me at 5 a.m. They're like, hey, is this Richard Gastelum? Like, you already know it's bad. Like, who calls you at your house by your real name? Especially at that time of night, And keep in mind, I just came back from Vegas. Like, shit been going bad, as far as, like, at the house, family-wise. So, when you get that call, you're like, man, what's this? Like, what they talking about, And they're like, hey, this is a SWAT team. We have a federal indictment for your arrest.
Hold on real quick. Are we off on the sound?
Nah, we good.
No, I checked the sound. Here,
The sound's good?
Listen.
So okay, yeah, we're good. I'm
Yeah, we're
sorry.
good.
I hate when you guys do that because I try to take your guys' word on that.
It's all good.
Yeah. So they call your house. I'm sorry, Rick.
They called my house, and I just got home. I just came back from Vegas. I was in Vegas for like 3 days. I just came back from Sinaloa, Mexico. You know what I mean? And I went straight to Vegas, like, to chill. You know what I mean? And they called the house, and they were like, hey, is this Richard Gastelum? And I'm like, yeah, this is me. What's up? They're like, oh, this is a SWAT team. We have a federal indictment for your arrest. And shit, I ain't gonna lie, my whole shit, like, heart dropped. Like, what they talking about, But then again, I'm thinking, like, well, I'm good. I ain't got shit in the house. This ain't my spot. This ain't where I keep nothing. So I'm good, So I look out the window, and whole street is like blocked off. The SWAT team with the batter ram, all that shit. All the extras is there. So it just takes you to a different place. Like, you gotta start getting ready to go to jail, because you're going to jail. Like, this ain't no, like, movie, like, where I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna shoot it out, and I'm gonna get away. First of all, we didn't have no guns in the house. You know what I mean? Everything was, I kept my house legit, So, yeah, they came through and took us to jail, man.
Did you not realize that it was bigger than what it was?
Well, at the time, you don't think like that, because, like, while you're living, you're not thinking about, like, you think, okay, what can happen? Of course, just because if you're smart while you're in the game, you're thinking about it from every angle, you know what I mean? Like, okay, what happens if somebody tries to run up in the spot, if somebody tries to, like, come up, if the cops come, if, you know what I mean? For that, the most part. But, like, right then, like, I've already had, like, my connect get busted right before me. So I kind of, for the most part, understood but didn't understand the process, because at the time it was still new. Like, now everybody understands the feds, everybody understands what that is, because everybody's hood has had some kind of interaction to understand, or somebody had a homie that been to the feds, or somebody's been in that predicament. But back in 2006, like, we weren't understanding it. Like, in the beginning, the feds started coming around, like, with the ATF and the marshals, and, like, the first thing that came to my mind was, like, Walker, Texas Ranger, Like, we didn't understand what the fuck the marshals were. At least I didn't. Maybe other people did, but I didn't. So, like, for me, like, when I knew that they said, this, you got a federal indictment, like, I already knew it was bad because I tried to bail my connect out and it wasn't happening. Like, they're not letting you get bail, At least in Los Angeles, you're not getting bail.
Huh.
Yeah.
But in the feds, though, usually you can get bail in the feds, correct?
Not. Listen, on my case, we came in with there was 42 people on my indictment, and then there was another 39 on the homies from the Harbor area indictment. So we all came in the same day. And the only people and we all got like arrested at the same time at 5 a.m. So this is multi-agencies doing multi-raids. They have I think it's like high intensified, some Hill TR, some shit. Group 50, I think, was the one that was involved with us. But it's like the feds, the state, everybody coming through. You know what I mean? But they hit us all at the same time at 5 a.m. So it wasn't like, hey, they're raiding my pad, so you're able to get away because I can call you and be like, hey, they're raiding me, so get ready. Like, no, they're hitting all of us at the same time.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't, like when I actually came out and gave up, I came out with my daughter. We walked outside because they were like, hey, we got your house surrounded. They had the copter, they had the SWAT team, they had everybody. At the time, I was living in Covina, so they had the Covina PD as the primary people. They were like, hey, do you want to come out or do you want us to come in? And I'm just thinking like, well, it's just me at the time, my wife, and my 3 daughters in the house. That's it. So it's like, I'm coming out. Like, I'm not on no, like, kill me or go to jail or all that crazy shit, I'm like, I ain't got shit in the pad. I'm hoping for the best. So I'm thinking, I ain't got shit in here. I should be good, But the feds is a whole different game. Like, I know a lot of people understand it now, but at the time, like I said, like, this shit was new to us. The only people that got indicted before us was the Violent Boys, So, like, we weren't ready for this shit. Like a couple of my homies are like, hey, the marshals pulled us over. And like, what do you mean they pulled you over? Like, who the fuck are the marshals, Like, what are you talking about? ATF got you, Like, I didn't understand it. I don't know if everybody else did, but I didn't.
So this was happening before the big raid?
Yeah.
Of, would you say 39 and 42?
Yeah, well, there was 42 of us from Highland Park, like, case, and which was Operation Daddy Daycare, and then there was Operation Snow Globe, which is all the Harbor area dudes, which is like East Side Wilmas, West Side Wilmas, Gardena, West Side Longo, East Side Longo, like all the Harbor area gangs. Like, I was selling to a lot of them dudes that were getting shit from me too, So by having my phone tapped, it like went into everybody else's hood. Like one phone tap could lead to so many different people getting arrested. Like, a lot of people don't understand like if you're doing dirt, like how many different people can be involved by just talking to you or getting drugs from you or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, just being in it. Like, I mean, they started those 2 indictments, Snow Globe and Daddy Daycare, was considered Operation Wasteland. So, like, when the dudes from Avenues got indicted, they were Operation Wasteland 2. And that was just from, like, the shootings and gangbanging that we were doing on each other, you know what I mean? So it just led to their investigation. So it wasn't even like it just focused on us. Like they focus on everything that's going on, everything that they're dealing with at the time. You know what I mean?
It's interesting, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
On the other end of these agencies with multiple agencies, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Orchestrating this, they really, really took the time, like you said, that nobody could give each other a heads up about getting raided because it happens simultaneously. That's pretty.
Sure.
That's pretty interesting the way they do that.
Well, I mean, a lot of it is like coordinated on their part. So like from like a lot of the stuff you would think, okay, like I'm doing a crime, they're gonna take me to jail, but a lot of it, like we'd get pulled over with guns or doing crimes, and we would think, oh, we got lucky, we got a DA reject, but nah, that shit was just building a case.
So they were giving all the individuals that were a part of that indictment were getting pulled over previously, and they were getting DA rejects, and they were getting released just because they needed these players out in the field to continue building their case.
The federal government would call the local police department, who they were in, I guess they were having like I said, there's high intensified. It's like people that know, like they have a group, so they're able to work together. So while they're working together, what they do is they call you, and they call the local PD. Like, let's say they pull me over in the hood, right? We got guns in the car, we got stash spots, we got all that shit. So they know that because they've been listening to our phones. So they're actually listening to us, like put the guns away, like do different things, So what they would do is they would call and be like, hey, listen, we got a case going on with these dudes. Like, don't search the car good. Or if you found the gun, like, take one, but let them go. Like, let this operation keep going. Like, so, like, some of you dudes that are out there, like, right now, like, if you keep getting DA rejects for guns and all that shit, like, sometimes that might mean something bigger than what you're thinking, man. Some of that shit is fucked up. Like, we were actually, like, we used to go, like, before, like, we're not thinking like anybody's listening to the phone. So we're thinking we're talking, like, you know what I mean, with anybody else, just with each other. So you might call me and be like, hey, these fools are outside right now. I'm going to go pull up on them. Like, all right, cool. Like, if you need some, pull up. Like, I got this over here, that over there, whatever, And they would actually let us go through with the crime just to build up the case. Like, they could have went and stopped us from actually doing this shooting or doing this drug deal or whatever, but they're just trying to build it up. So a lot of these people thinking that they're good because they got a DA reject or something like that, a lot of times it ain't right. Like, they're just building a case on you, At least that's what it was for us.
Wow. That's crazy. So you go into, you give yourself up, they take you into the police station, and everybody, you have multiple different agencies there. You said that you walk in and they are clapping?
Yeah, they were happy, man. Oh, you got to remember, like, I mean, just like we do our thing, they do their thing, you know what I mean? Like, they got their group. So, like, when I got arrested in Cuisine. So, like, I came out, gave myself up, came out. Like I said, I was only in the house with my kids. Like, this isn't like, oh, we're in a gang stronghold to like, hey, we're going to shoot it out with you guys or any extra shit. Everybody, like I said, I was in the house. I didn't have nothing. Like, I didn't have no guns in the house. I didn't have no drugs in the house. I mean, the most money I had in the house was like 20 racks. And that's just because I just came from Vegas. So I had a little extra money than I usually carry, But they took us to Ontario straight from there. And already I was like, why the fuck they taking me to Ontario, But We went to Ontario. As soon as we walked in, there's like a big warehouse in the back of the Ontario PD. And they had pictures of all of our houses, everybody going to jail at the time, like from the sky and then from the front, you know. So they had
Aerial view, huh?
aerial view and just, you know, from the land, you know. And yeah, like when I walked in, all the cops were like clapping, like, "Oh, Droopy, we got you. Like, you know, it's good to finally meet you." And it's like, what the fuck? But it's just that they've been listening to my phone for like 9 months to a year. So I'm guessing they felt like they knew me already. Because, I mean, they know everything that I'm doing. They know everything that's going on in my life, you know. They know motherfucker fighting with baby mama. Like, just doing whatever you're doing, you know. Gang banging, selling dope, like, you know, all the extra shit. They knew it, you know. Like, most people do what they do, and they don't have to worry about, like, people listening in or who might be knowing, like, what's going on, you know? You only talking to whoever you're talking to, and you think that's it. But for this case, nah, it wasn't like that. Like, there was people constantly listening to my phone. I had, during this time, I might have had 26 or 28 phones that they were listening to within a 9-month period. Like, I used to walk into phone stores and buy like 12 or 15 phones at a time with like 1,000 minutes on them, you know, and just use them until the 1,000 minutes are up and get a new phone. Because I was thinking, okay, well, maybe this might keep me safe, but even that didn't work. They have some thing that's called a roving tap, which is they tap your voice. Because for the first 4 months of them actually tapping my phone, they never got to listen to me legally talking on my phone, because by the time they went through the motions to get the phone tap, I was already done with that phone. Like, I just put 1,000 minutes and throw it away. So I'll start with a new phone. You know what I mean? So it was just way different. Like once you get to be in jail and actually read all the stuff and the way they go about the shit, you're like, fuck, even that shit didn't work for these motherfuckers, you know?
So this day that you're walking into this you said this back of the warehouse, and it's almost like they wanted you to see this. They wanted you to see.
Yeah, it was there. It was there for you to see, for sure.
It was there for you to see, for them to just kind of like stamp in confirmation of like, bro, we got you. Like, next level, got you. And this is their Super Bowl as well. This is their Super Bowl. This is everything they played for, they worked up for those 9 months to a year, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And this day of arresting, orchestrating all of these raids, making sure that their guys, the guys that they want, are in the spots where they need them to be, where the raids are getting directed, bro. This is their fucking Super Bowl. It's pretty amazing they can catch all these individuals, you know, at a certain spot at a certain time. Like, bro, that is intense work, bro. And that's a lot of people. That's a big machine behind that, bro.
Well, if you think about it, like, I mean, at the time, like, when I went to jail, it was like Richard Gastelum against, you know, it was versus the United States of America. You know, it wasn't like Richard Gastelum against Northeast Police Department. You know, it was of the United States of America. So, like, that's big, bro. Like, I mean, the United States was fighting in Kuwait and all that shit at the time. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be fighting me? Like, you know it's bad. Like, this ain't, like, they're putting all their resources against you, bro. Like, this isn't no, maybe I might make it, or, you know, at the time when you're going to jail, you're just thinking, like, fuck, like, how much time can I do? Like, you know, I went to jail at that time when I was 28. So I'm just thinking, like, fuck, like, I just need to get out, like, with everything still working, you know, like being able to walk, being able to fuck, you know, all that shit, you know, because you're thinking about that shit. Believe that shit when you're going to jail. You know, people, you don't want to get out too old to where like you can't move and you can't do shit. You know, you still want to be able to move around. Keep in mind, I didn't get arrested with nothing. I didn't have no drugs in my house, no guns, no nothing. So this ain't like, oh, they caught me with a bunch of shit. You know, like.
They already had everything, though.
But
you got busted with nothing, but they already had everything.
That's what they do. they let you do so many crimes, like when it comes to the feds, that it build up to where like there's so much shit stacked against you that there's no way out of it. Like you're just like, hey, I'm hit. You know what I mean? It's just like you already did like from when they came in and like from the moment I walked into like the interrogation room, they had like 3 cops there and I'm looking at them and like I said it on the last one, I recognized one dude from Hawaii. And I was like, man, this dude was with me in Hawaii. Like I remember him. You know what I mean? Because like I was out, like I didn't use drugs. I didn't get high. Like I drank like when I went to like Vegas or like if there was a fight on TV, that's when I drank, you know? Like I wasn't drinking every day. I wasn't like smoking bud. I wasn't getting high on anything. You know what I mean? So like you're more aware of shit. So when I come in, I notice this dude that I've seen in Vegas, you know? I mean in Hawaii. So I'm like damn, like this motherfucker was with me in Hawaii, like, you know, but like I said, it's the U.S. government. They got unlimited resources to put you away for forever, you know, because that's their focus. Their focus is putting you away forever. It ain't like, oh, maybe I can get this guy 10 years. Because if they could give you them 10 years, the first crime you do, you know, you get caught with a gun and some dope, that's automatic 10 years. But they'll let you out on that shit. They want to keep going. They want you to like send them to your source. They want to find the big dogs, you know? They're looking for like who you're talking to. They're looking for all that shit.
So you go to the Ontario station, you see all their setup, bro, which is pretty freaking crazy. And you go through your interrogation. And so what is the first cell that you go into? Is it at that station? How long is the interrogation, first of all?
Well, the interrogation wasn't that long because, like, I really didn't have shit to say. Like, so I walked in. I seen all the, like I could paint a picture for you. Look, I walk into a warehouse. You know, I'm still cuffed. I'm in street clothes. I come walk into a warehouse, right? So they got like a bunch of like cardboard cutouts. You guys seen them on different people's when they get indicted or they go to jail. Like they got big like pictures with like a pyramid of people, like this guy's number 1 and then everybody down. So they got that one, which I'm the head of that, and then everybody below me. And then they got everybody's houses from the, like I said, the sky and like driving by type shit. And then so it's like a big holding area, right? So there's a bunch of chairs, there's a bunch of people set up. So they take me straight to the back to a interrogation room, you know what I mean? So I walk in, there's 3 cops in there. They sit me on one side, they're on the other side. They got like a little machine that, you know, to play their calls and shit. So they're like, hey, like, what's up? Like, you know, we've been listening to you for over a year now. You know, we've, from what we gather, you got love for your hood, your gang or whatever, you know, but we don't want your gang. We already got them. We want your connect. Like, we want the people that are giving you the drugs. And I'm like, shit, I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, oh, you don't know? So they start playing the calls. So, like, the first call was me talking to my connect. And he's like, hey, what's up? Like on the calls, he calls me Tocayo, you know, so, you know, everybody that knows Spanish, you know, it means same name, you know, same name you got. So he's like, hey, Tocayo, what's up? I'm like, oh, what's up? He's like, look, I know you want 100 of them, but I only got 50. Like, come through for the 50, you know? And I'm like, nah, fool, I need 100, you know? Like, it takes me an hour to get to your pad, so have 100 ready for me, and I hang up on him. Like, I'll be there in an hour, better have 100. Boom, I hang up, you know? So the cops are smiling like, yeah, motherfucker, we got you, you know? So I'm like, well, I mean, what is that? Like, you know, 100 what? Like, what you talking about? Like, you know, like, so what? I said 100, you know? Like, you never caught me with 100. That's how I'm feeling at the time. Keep in mind, like, you know, I've barely been in jail maybe 2 hours now. I'm still in my street clothes, you know what I mean? So I'm like, so what? We said 100 on the phone. 100 what? $100? 100 joints? 100 pounds of weed? 100 grams? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, nah, we know what you're talking about, but we want Tocayo. I'm like, shit, if you ain't got him, you ain't getting him from me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, if you ain't got him, then shit, I don't know what to tell you. So they're like, oh, what? Like, you don't think we got you? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm sitting right here. You got me, you know? Like, but you ain't gonna get no more from me. Like, you know, whatever you got, you got. You know? And they're like, okay, so look at this. So then they just start playing like a bunch of gang calls, you know? Like me talking to my little homies, you know? And at the time, like, you know, we're like gang banging, you know what I mean? We're going at it, you know? So like they had different calls of like me passing out different guns to the homies and just, you know, showing love to the homies after they did put in some work and shit like that, you know? So they were just trying to show me like, look what we got, you know? And I'm like, well, I mean, so what? You know, okay, you got me. Like, I mean, what do you want me to do? And they're like, yeah, this ain't one of them ones, because I used to have a bail bonds at the time. You remember Mark?
Yeah.
Mark used to be bailing all of us out, you know? So they're like, you ain't calling Mark to bail you out. And I'm like, well, shit, all right. Well, fuck it. I guess I'm not getting bail, you know? But they're like, look, just tell us, like, who Tocayo is. And I'm like, shit, I don't know who he is. Like, what you talking about? You know? So, like, for real, like, all of that, I was maybe in there maybe like 10 minutes, you know? So, yeah, that shit, it was kind of quick, you know? So when I come walking out, my baby's mom's coming out of the room next door. So what they did is they just showed my baby's mom, because me and her were separated for maybe like 2 months, maybe 3 months, 2.5, 3 months, some shit like that. But at the same time, they were listening to my calls, like I said, throughout. So they're listening to me like, you know, doing my thing and shit, living. You know, I was balling at the time, I'm living, and me and my baby's mom are separated. So, you know, I'm out there. You know what I mean? Like, anybody that got money and doing their thing and shit, they know what it is. Motherfucker pull up to the strip club, you ain't there just to get a lap dance, you're fucking. You know, you're chilling. You know what I mean? You're doing your thing and shit. So they try to show all that shit to my baby's mom just to like make her tell on me and shit. So, you know, she at the time she came out, she's mad and shit. She's talking shit like, oh, you know, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, you know, they showed me that you been fucking with all these bitches and shit, you know? I'm like, man, I mean, what you want me to do? You know, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, we weren't together, like, you know? Like, for real, look, at the time, at some point I knew I was going to jail. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to be able to do this shit forever. You know what I mean? So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna just live my best life while I can, you know? So I'm gonna do me to the best of my ability. So I was out there doing it, you know? So when they got me, it was like, all right, it is what it is, you know? Like, you know, at some point, like, you know, people talk about different things with karma and different whatever. But at some point, you know, you're gonna have to pay for the shit you're doing, you know? At least I did. I knew that. So I was like, fuck, it is what it is. I'm gonna just live this shit to the best of my ability. I'm gonna get it in. I'm gonna do me. And I'm gonna go from there, you know what I mean?
You knew it was gonna end sometime. You knew this beautiful life of just having everything at, you know, any time, right?
Well, there's no way it could go on forever.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if you're out here gang banging, rolling around with a gun, because I was out there. Like, I always had a gun on me. I was selling dope all day. I never had a job before that. So this was not like, you know, like I wasn't living like a good life. I was living good for me. Yeah, it was good as far as like, yeah, I got money. I got, you know, but like at the same time, I was still knowing like at some point this is going to come to an end. So it's how long will this last type shit.
How long will it last? I mean? And when it comes to an end, how long will it be?
Well,
yeah,
I wasn't really thinking about how long it would be because that's, you know, I just knew that it would come to an end at some time.
Yeah.
You know, and I was out there gangbanging, so, you know, like I was thinking, all right, maybe I might get shot. Like, I mean, because I would go out there, you know, I've been shot before, you know, I got shot a couple times. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like I was thinking like, hey, this is gonna be forever. Like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking make this forever and this is what it is. No, I knew at some point it's gonna come to an end. Either, you know, out here dying on the street or go to jail forever, you know? One or the other. Because that's the life I was living at the time, you know what I mean?
But you were kind of like primed for getting put in that situation where it was obviously double digits and, you know,
easy double digits.
Yeah, but it's just a trip though that some individuals that are not primed, are they really not about that life? You know, they're acting like that they about that life when everything's good. But the true judgment of one man's gangster character, whatever you want to call it, is when the walls come closing down on you, like you said, right?
Well, that's when you know.
That's when you're gonna know who's who, and you know maybe you don't even know what you're made out of at that time. For some individuals, until it comes down, you're like, fuck. You know what I mean? This ain't me. This is, you know. And then what do they do, bro?
Some of them fools, look, some of these guys, they're already knowing, like, fuck it. You know, if I get caught, I'm going to tell, I'm going to this, I'm going to that.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah? Because I think they're living it like, you know, fuck it. If shit goes bad, hopefully, like, I can snitch my way out of this. Or I can, you know, whatever. Like, you know, because we had some dudes on our case, like, not on my exact case, but, like, just being in jail, like, watching. Like, from the moment the cops knocked on the door, they were, like, drawing fucking maps to the connect's house. They were, like, doing everything. Like, it was crazy.
Drawing maps?
Like, straight up, no lie.
I'm not sure what the address is, but if you make a right by this McDonald's
right here.
I swear
to God. Hey, look, no bullshit. Like, you know, because, like, once I was in the detention center and we were chilling, you know, like, you know, if you're active, motherfucking homies are going to get at you and you're going to know what's going on with everybody around, you know? So just with some of the shit, like, you'd see, you'd be like, what the fuck? They'll be like, hey, fool, look at this fool did. Like, what's up? Like, oh, shit. Like, fool straight up. Like, start crying as soon as the cops open the door. Draw a map to the other guy's house. Like, if you pass this, make a right. There's a red car always parked on the corner, the second pole from the, like, the whole shit.
Damn.
You know? So, like, for me, it was just like, you know what? it is what it is. Like, what can I do? You know what I mean? And a lot of these dudes don't think about like their families and everybody else, you know? Like, I mean, I grew up in the hood, you know? Everybody that knows me knew my address, knew the pad. Like, when all the homies went to jail, if they didn't know any other address, they knew my mom's address. They knew they could write a letter over there and get their mail to where it needed to be. You know what I mean? Shit like that. So, like, you know, that's all the shit going on in your head. You're like, you know, okay, cool. I did me. I did this shit for so many years or whatever. But, like, it's what I did. So, like, some of these dudes don't understand. Like, they put their family and put everybody else in a bad situation because of the choices they made, you know?
Yeah, 100%. So you go, you kind of had a little back and forth with your baby mama, and you get taken to a cell from there in that facility?
Well, I walked in there, and then once we came out of the little interrogation room, they put me in a cell, and there was already a few of my homies from the hood in there, you know, and everybody shook. Everybody's like, damn, fool, look, they got us. And I'm like, yeah, they got us, fool.
Oh, so they actually put you in the cell with some of the homies right there?
Yeah, some of the homies are already in there, and they're already tripped out because, like, you know, a couple of the homies that were in there, they were really working, chilling, doing their thing, dog. Like, they weren't really living this life, but they come and they're gonna get everybody, and they're gonna try to get people that they're gonna go from the lowest to the highest on this shit. Like, when they come.
So what was I got a question. I apologize for interrupting you, but what was the lowest individual you talked about, from the lowest to the highest? I mean, and we talked about it previously that they actually made a joke about it, the dude that was mowing your lawn. But what was the lowest in the sense that you can get caught up in this? Because there's some people, like you said, like, man, they're like, in the back of their head, they're like, man, I know what these guys are doing. I don't want to get caught up with this. But maybe once in a while they might pull up and hang out or something. Like, what would be the lowest thing that for the individual that got caught up in your indictment?
I'll tell you, like, with us, like, I think Bird got the lowest on our case. He got like 9 months or some shit. He got less than a year.
But he was under that same indictment.
Yeah, he came in an indictment with us, but I think they just got him for having a gun. Like, he went with a gun, but he already went to the state, so they were just trying to, like, use leverage on him to show. I think he might have talked like about an 8-ball for some crack or some, like, some weird shit, but it was nothing big. Like, a few of the homies, they had him on, like, so low. Like, I mean, the lowest crime I think they had is some of the homies for money laundering. You know, like, one of the homies helped me get a pad, my house, you know, and they gave him money laundering. So I think he did like 18 months in jail, you know? So, like, for the most part, if they bring you to jail on some federal charges, like, you're going to sign out to something.
Yeah.
So,
you're not getting out scot-free or anything.
There's not a lot of people getting out scot-free. You know, if they brought you, it's because they've done so much on their investigation that they know you did something.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, they brought people for money laundering. They brought people for, like, under 5 grams of fucking cocaine, which is like a slap in the wrist, you know, because they have different criterias to bring you up, like over 50 grams, over so many grams.
So if you're any shape, form tied to this indictment or these individuals, even though these cases would be potentially a DA reject in, say, LA County Jail, or maybe just a slap on the wrist on some,
of course,
you know,
maybe even a Prop 36 to where they just give you some, like, drug fucking counseling or something. Yeah, they'll bring you with us only to, like, put put leverage on you to hope that you tell on the bigger guy.
There you go. That makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
So they know they're not going to give you a lot of time, but they'll bring you anyway.
Yeah, they try to press them, try to break them, and try to get any information. I mean, the more people you bring, the more percentage they have on their side to hoping to, break somebody and get some information,
Well, the more people they bring, the more action they have. Like, they had a lot of the people they brought with us. They weren't even asking them about the stuff like they came to jail for. Like, they were telling them, like, hey, you know what? If you can tell us that this guy did these murders over here, and, like, we're not even charged with these murders. Like, if you can tell us he did these murders, like, we'll let you go. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
That kind of shit is the stuff that they do. And a lot of time, like, they threatened me, like, my whole time coming in. They're like, hey, listen, if you don't sign for 26 years or 30 years, like, we're going to go back. We'll bring your mom to jail. We'll bring these people to jail, because they had to know you were doing something. I'm like, come on now. How are you going to bring my mom? Like, she's not doing shit. Like, she's fucking working, But that's the kind of pressure they put on people.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right and or anything like that, but that's the kind of shit like a lot of these dudes gotta go through. Like, they'll tell you, like, hey, we'll bring your baby's mom to jail if she's not in here yet, because she had to know. Like, you never went to work. Like, how did she think, like, you were fucking living good this time? So that's the kind of shit, like, they threaten people with. So, like, some people would break and do what they gotta do, and some people, like, a lot of the homies on my case, they shouldn't even took the time they took. Like, we got homies that took 10 years, and it's like, why'd you take 10 years, Dick? Like, you could have got 5 for sure. And they were like, Dick, I just don't want you to think that I was telling. I took 10 years, got the fuck out the way. Fuck it. I'm 19. I could do 10 years. I'm straight. Fuck it.
Shout out to them dudes.
Yeah, real talk. Shout out to the homies.
Shit,
like,
most cats are gonna break over 10 days or 10 months.
No lie.
It's a good homies right there. To be in a situation with, right?
When we first came in, we had the homie, the homie Create, right?
Yeah.
He was like the newest homie in the hood. He had just got in. Shout out to him, dog. He's a good dude, But he came in, and I seen him after we left Ontario. They brought us to MDCLA. So we're pulling up to MDC, and they put me in the tank with him next. And he sees me. He's like, oh, what's up, fool? Fuck. They just raided my pad and this and that. I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, look, fool, fuck. How long do you think we're going to be in here for? Keep in mind, he's 18 years old. I'm 28. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, look, fool, they raided my pad. He's like, I took the rap from my brother. I took his bud. Like, the cops got me with his weed.
That's the least of your worries.
Yeah, I told him, hey, fool, they don't give a fuck about no weed.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give a fuck about no weed. He's like, yeah, fool, I took the rap for his weed. He's like, how long do you think we're going to be here? Like 3 weeks? I said, nah, fool, look, dog, we're going to probably be here like 3 years just fighting it. And then we're going to get our time. And he's like, what?
His heart.
Yeah, so, it was just like, for real, like, we weren't ready for this shit.
What about when the fools fucking that are facing like a year?
Are you gonna get a mic full?
What about when the fools are facing like a year, a few months, and they come up to you like, hey, bro, what should I do, bro? I'm stressed out.
No, there's a lot of people like that. Like, even like once I was doing my time, like I'd run into dudes and they'd be like, yeah, bro, I got like 18. And I'm like, damn, 18? Like, fuck, bro, you're gonna be here for a minute, like, And he's like, what do you mean? I get out like next month. And I'm like, well, what do you mean 18? He goes, no, I got 18 months. Because in the feds, they count it as months. I go, oh, shit. Because I told him, I was like, oh, yeah, I got 17, And he's like, yeah, I got 18. So I was like, damn. I'm looking at him like, fuck, you're young. We're walking out of visit, and I see him with a little kid, you know. So I'm thinking like, damn, your kid's gonna be old as fuck, you know. And he's like, no, bro, I got 18 months. And I was like, oh shit, my bad. I got 210 months then, bro. And he's like, oh shit. Because he's thinking I told him 17 months, you know. I was like, nah, bro, 17 years, fool. Like, you know, 210, 17 and a half. And he's like, oh shit. So like in the feds, like everything's counted by months, you know. Yeah. So like you go into court, the judge would be like, hey, you got 360 months. You're like, oh fuck.
That sounds crazy. Like
it just sounds like way too much, dog. But
divided by 12.
Yeah, and everything in the feds is 85%, bro. So it ain't no like, you know, this ain't no fucking half stepping, dog. Like you're gonna do your time, you know.
So you know, prior you've done state time, and now you're in you're in federal, under the federal
guidelines,
yeah, institutions, so on and so forth. So you're in the building in downtown LA. What is that building called?
It's MDCLA.
How long did it take you?
Metropolitan Detention Center, Los Angeles.
How long did it take you to get there?
We got there the same day.
Same day, okay.
They were we were flying like from Ontario, and they were like driving crazy, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck you guys driving so crazy for? They're like, nah, you guys are going to court today. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I thought it's like the state, like you go to court in 3 days, you know?
Arraignment and stuff.
Nah, arraignment is the same day in the feds.
Wow.
So you're going to court the same day. So
I'm sorry, bro, but
go ahead.
So they're racing to get you to court for arraignment. Same day. And so are you processed into their detention center, or are you in street clothes getting arraigned?
I'm in street clothes getting arraigned.
And so what is the arraignment like?
It's crazy because, like, I mean, everybody's there. So everybody's beside me. Like, some people are there like, hey, fool, don't talk to me, dick. Act like you don't know me. I told them I don't know who you are. You know? I'm like, dick, they got us already, fool. They know I know you, dick. Like, we're hit, you know? And, like, you're looking at different people's families, like, you know? I mean, because, you know, Highland Park ain't that big, you know? So I'm looking at different people in the stands, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I recognize these motherfuckers from just, like, walking around in the hood, you know? And, like, I didn't know that that's your aunt or your mom or your cousin, you know? I know you, but I didn't know that those are your family, you know? Because, like, you see people at different places, like, you know, in the store, or, you know, you remember them from school, but they were all there, and everybody's looking at me like they're looking at me like, fuck, like you're hit, you know, like it's gonna be bad for you type shit, you know.
Rick, let me say something real quick. I read a comment right here, and I apologize for interrupting you, bro.
Go ahead.
So you guys misheard or mislistened to what I said last Thursday on the podcast. I didn't say spit on the street vendors. I said they might as well spit at the street vendors by dumping the sand in their salsa and all their food. That's equivalent to that, right? So get the fuck out of it with that. But anyways,
Done that bullshit.
Yeah, well, no, I wanted to clear because I saw that on the last live, and I was just like, "Fuck it." I even asked Alex, and he goes, "Nah, fool, they misheard you, bro. They misunderstood what you were saying." And so clear that up real quick because I care about what you guys think, man. 100%.
For sure.
To a certain
100%.
extent, something like that, absolutely, I care, and I don't want that to be misinterpreted, you know. And maybe I said it in a way that could be misinterpreted because sometimes
we don't want you guys to get it wrong, dog.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah, and Thursday I was just fucking tired from work. I was beat, and we just had Alex at the Sprunk in the moment. Anyways, because our whatever, but just clear that up real quick. So
is this like 12 in the night, Droopy, that you're getting arraigned, or your arraignment's happening?
No, this is still before 3 o'clock, bro. Like, we're getting arraigned maybe like look, they raided us at 5 a.m, right? So straight from there we go to Ontario. I'll say 7-8 o'clock in the morning. So by lunchtime we're getting arraigned, bro. Like, this shit all happened so quick.
Yeah.
And then keep in mind, like, we get to LA, so the cops are already, like, keep in mind, they already showed me some of the phone calls. So I'm already thinking in my head, like, fuck. Like, you know, I'm already thinking, like, fuck, all right. These motherfuckers said they've been following me for a year. So I'm thinking about all the shit that I've been doing in a year, right? So I'm like, fuck, I've been doing a gang of shit.
Good.
You know? So I'm thinking I've been doing a gang of shit, right? So I'm like, all right, like, fuck. And then I'm already knowing because they busted my connect before me. So I'm already kind of knowing a little bit, like, how much time you gotta get. So I'm thinking, like, all right. So my lawyer comes and she's like, hey, how you doing? They call me so-and-so. I'm gonna be your lawyer. And I'm like, hey, you're probably not gonna be my lawyer for long. Because I'm thinking, like, all right, I'm balling. I'm going to hire a good lawyer, and I'm going to try to get out of this shit. You know? I'm going to try to figure something out. But then I'm thinking, too, like, all right, cool. How much time can I do? I'm 28 right now. Like, I just need to get out of jail with everything still working, you know?
Which you had said already, yeah.
I just want to be walking around. I want my dick to still get up, you know?
Most importantly.
Like, for real.
Shout out to Blue Chew.
You know? So I'm thinking like that. I ain't lying. I'm really thinking like that. So my
You
lawyer,
just want to fuck one more time.
you know what I'm saying? Like, free, you know? Like, I want to be straight. So my lawyer comes and she's like, hey, hi, I'm your lawyer, this and this. I said, listen, hey, how long have these people been following me for? She's like, a year. So I'm like, fuck. Like, and I'm thinking the worst. I'm like, they fucking got everything. There's no way they missed a fucking centimeter then. Because he already showed me, like, 8 different phones just with me being inside over there. Because I know how often I change them. So I'm like, fuck, these motherfuckers been... All right, they got me good. So you know what? Fuck it. How long can I do? So I'm like, all right. So my lawyer came and she's like, hey, look. I go, look, we know, what am I facing? She's like, oh, you're facing life. And I'm like, life? Like, hold up. So I'm like, look, tell that guy I'll take 20 years right now. You know? And she's like, what? Like, hold on. We haven't even got the papers and shit. I'm like, hey, lady, listen, I know what the fuck I've been doing, you know? So tell them I'll take 20 years right now and we'll get this shit over with. Right now, I'm still in my street clothes, you know? and she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, you know, I'm good. I'll take them 20 because I'm still thinking like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get out 48. I'll still be able to move around. Like, I'll be good if I had to do the whole 20 because I did 5 in the state before. I had to do the whole 5. Like, I didn't get no days good, nothing. I did the whole 5. So I'm thinking if I do the whole 20, I'll still be good, you know? So, and I'm thinking I still have a little money put up. Hopefully they didn't find it. Like, I'm good, you know? So she's like, are you sure? I'm like, man, tell that motherfucking DA over there I'll take 20 years right now. You know? So she goes and tells him, and she comes back and she's like, hey, Ricky, I don't know what you've been doing out there, but he said that he might give you the death penalty. I said, come on, man. Death penalty for selling drugs? I go, this is bullshit.
Allegedly.
You know? Yeah, but so I told her, I said, hey, you know what? Fuck him then. Tell him we're going to trial. Like, we're going to fight this shit.
Yeah.
So after that, I never asked for a deal. I never asked for nothing. I was just like, fuck them in my mind. I was like, fuck them. I'm going to get life, you know, like, it is what it is. Like,
they really hold it, like you say. They really hold it all
well, because,
on top of you.
I mean, if you ask for 20... Bro, with nothing? They didn't catch you with nothing.
Yeah.
They didn't have shit in my house. They didn't have nothing. And I asked him for 20 and he says no. I'm like, fuck, these fools are tripping. So I'm like, it's bad, you know? So I told my homies, I was like, look, dog, if you guys get some time that you can do without telling, grab it, you know? Because if they give me some time I can do, I'm going to do it, you know. So do what you guys can do, you know, without being rats. Get it in, you know. And for like 4.5 years later, it took these motherfuckers. But now I'm in tune with the law. Like, I've been in there every day reading all the fucking laws. I've been doing everything that it takes to get me free.
4.5 years in downtown.
Yeah, I was
the
there
case.
I was there 4 years and some change before I actually took my deal.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, that's most people's whole bid, you know?
And you were studying up the whole time.
I was studying the whole time.
How is it inside the federal detention center in downtown? You know what? I want to say this real quick. One thing, bro, that breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart because I see it all the time because I work in and out of downtown LA all the fucking time. But when I pass the detention center,
you see the fools working outside?
No. I see the homies, the fools that are in there. Their ladies
their
outside.
Family riding it.
Their family outside with the kids holding birthday balloons and stuff like that.
Look, bro, I swear to God, at the time, I mean, people might not, but I swear I had to be like one of the first motherfuckers to do that shit, bro.
What did they do?
I had my baby's mom and the homies used to come and ride all over the freeway, like fuck the feds, Highland Park, free Drewps, all that shit. Like, but the homies used to come, dog. My kids, I got pictures still of little ass kids coming with all their Easter baskets, like to show me out the windows. My daughter, my youngest daughter, Karina, I told her, hey, how do you remember Dad from like out of jail? She goes, Dad, I remember we used to go to your jail and throw balloons and like, and I'm like, no, how do you remember me from being free? She's like, Dad, I don't remember you from being free.
Wow,
like,
that sucks, bro.
For real.
That shit hurts my heart a little, bro.
But that's how they remembered me. Like, they always remembered from like going and like throwing balloons and like, I got pictures of my kids writing with chalk on the floor, like, oh, like, Happy Easter, Dad, like, we love you, like, holding their Easter baskets, like, all that kind of shit, bro, like, for real, like, my baby's mom was cool on that part, like, she used to make sure, like, the kids would come and show me love and shit.
How much would that, I mean, how much would that hurt you, bro? Looking out your window and seeing your kids out there.
But it's good because that's all you can see. Like when I was there, bro, like I was there maybe 2 years. And then we got in a big riot that lasted like 45 minutes to an hour. Like, so, like in that riot, I got stabbed in the face and the head and the neck. Like it was a mean riot. Like it lasted forever. Like, you know, they started the riot off with stabbing me. That started the riot. And then we kept on in the riot for an extra 45 minutes to an hour, you know?
That's the longest time, fool.
I know. People don't think that though, but
3 minutes is a long time.
no, but my lawyer, I only know it lasted that long because my lawyer brought it to me after in like a video, you know? She was like, hey, look at this shit. This is you running with a knife. And I'm like, fuck, no, that's not a knife. You know? I'm like, no, that's not a knife, you know? But, like, yeah. For real. No, because they kind of showed, like, they showed everything, you know? But I was like, damn, I was looking at the time and shit. But then you start being able to see different homies that, like, oh, I was there, fool. I was with you, dog. I was backing you up.
It's because it goes down, then it goes back up. It goes down, it goes up.
No, but go ahead, finish what you're saying.
It was crazy because
the fools talking about they were there with you.
They were there, but
then you see the video.
I seen the video and I see the dude. Look, like I was.
You see there's just their feet underneath the bunk.
No, fool, like no bullshit, like
down the whole time?
Like real shit. I was right here talking to the homie, right? And then I was waiting to get a visit. So I walked downstairs, I get on the phone, and then the black dudes called me. They're like, hey, let me holler at you, because there was tension. So when I go and I talk to the dude, like, we're cool. We end up shaking hands, and as soon as we shake hands, that fool stabbed me in the head and shit, right?
Fuck.
So I see the homie on the video. He's watching. He sees. he goes in the room and stays in there. And then he comes back out. He sees these fools are still stabbing me. And he goes back in the room. And then I seen the homie from Silver Lake. He came running over there out of nowhere with a motherfucking, shout out to the homie Psycho from Silver Lake.
Right.
That homie ran up with a broom and shit and got it cracking, fool. But they were on me for like 3 minutes before anybody knew.
So that fool, he was waiting for you fucking to come back.
Yeah, so it was kind of fucked up, but it was like a big ass riot, dog. That and I was leaking from my whole clothes were red, bro.
How did you survive that?
Well, it was just fighting, bro. You had to fight.
I mean, how many more people came after that? Like, fuck, you were able to just stand up still.
All the homies came after. It turned into a big riot after, but it started with like 3-on-1, which is 3 dudes against me. You know what I mean? That started it, but it was on for like 3 to 4 minutes before anybody knew, because like I was the dude in the unit right there. So these dudes called me, and they called me to their section. So I went over there because I'm like, well, how am I gonna not go over there? You know, like, I'm not scared of you. I'm going to go over there. You know what I mean? So I went. So when I went, I'm talking to the dudes, and as soon as I turn around, they stab me in the back of the head. You know? So when they stab me in the head, I turn around, and I start fighting 3 dudes. And 2 dudes are stabbing me, and 1 dude is hitting me with a lock. So I'm fighting. You know? I'm just fighting. So I end up... We fight with these dudes, and then
the broom dude came, right?
The homie from Silver Lake came. But like before that, I'm fighting with these dudes. I just kind of like put my back on the wall, so like no more people can come behind me. And then I chase some dude in the room, and I'm beating him up in the room. But I hear these dudes outside of the cell. I just hear them saying, "Hey, let's get that nigga in the room." And I'm like, oh, hold up. I'm that nigga in the room. I said, I need to get out of the room, because if they come in the room and shut the door, like I'm done, you know? So I came out of the room, and I started fighting with the dude that first stabbed me. I started fighting with him again. And when I'm fighting with him, that's when all the homies finally see like what's going on, you know. But I was on the other guy's side, you know, and it all happened because of a riot on the other side. Like, it didn't have nothing to do with us,
Domino effect.
but it was like the domino effect. It just spilled over to us, you know what I mean? So it just went bad. But it was actually for like 45 minutes, the riot. Like, the cop seen when the fool first stabbed me, he was hitting a room. The cop dropped the stuff that he was like searching the other guy's room for, and ran out of the unit. Yeah. So when he runs out of the unit, he just pushes his panic alarm, but he didn't tell them stop. He didn't say none of that shit. He ran out of the fucking unit and locked the door. So now it's just us locked in there for like 45 minutes, because now, once we start having this riot, like, we're not letting the cops come in here. Like, we're trying to get back over there. Like, people start understanding what happened, and they see me walking like full of blood, and like everybody knows, like, you know, I was the dude right there. So everybody, like, you know, the paisas, everybody's trying to like, hey, what's up? What happened? Like, let's get it in, you know? But yeah, that shit went bad for like long time. And like, you know, people fighting for like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, understand that's a long ass fucking time. But when you get 45 minutes to an hour, that shit is long as fuck, you know? And like,
so how did they finally contain that incident going on after that, right?
They started shooting in there with the smoke canisters and
telling everybody to get down and
No, they just sprayed it all up. So like they all had the mask on.
Yeah.
They sprayed us with all the different kind of fucking block guns, pepper sprays and all that shit.
Yeah.
So like everybody kind of dispersed and like ran into different rooms and shit. And then they went room by room, opened everybody up. They called us out. Like, you know, I'm full of blood. They're like, hey, what happened to you? I'm like, nothing. What are you talking about? They're like,
you didn't
nothing
even know.
happened to you? I'm like, nah, nothing. I'm good. They're like, you're good? All right, go back out there. You know? So then one of the lieutenants from the SHU came and he sees me just like, I mean, they got great clothes over there, you know what I mean? And my shit's all red, like soaking wet in blood, you know? And he comes and he sees me. He's like, hey, come over here. He's like, what happened to you? I'm like, nothing. He goes, fuck you mean nothing? Like, come on, we got to come out here and see this medical and shit. Like, there's no way nothing happened to you. You know what I mean? So we went out there and yeah, they took me to the SHU. I was in the SHU for like 18 months after that shit. Like, because over there, usually, like, okay, like if, let's say an incident like that happens anywhere else, you get shipped out. Like, you can't stay there. But I'm still fighting my case. So they can't ship me out. You know, they try to send me back to San Bernardino County Jail. But I boarded up. I told the cops, like, fuck, because I'm living good, even in the SHU. Like, I'm fucking, man, I'm living good, bro. Like, we're in the SHU and MDC at that time, you still had the same list as the regular floor. Except razors and razors and
Candy, probably.
no, fuck no, you get everything. Food. They used to sell us tomato ketchups and sugar canisters. They used to sell, we used to be making wine so much, fool.
Yeah.
Like that shit was crazy. But so they were trying to like, hey, you're gonna go back to San Bernardino, and I've already been in San Bernardino 2 times. So I'm like, fuck San Bernardino, because that's county jail. You know what I mean? So you're going to the county jail, but the federal wing, you know? So I'm like, fuck that. I told him I'm boarding up. Scrappy already cuffed up. He's like, all right, come on, we're going. I'm like, fuck that bitch. I ain't going nowhere.
that fool went to San Bernardino?
Fuck no, because they had to cuff me up too.
Oh,
so
okay.
I saved them.
Oh, because you guys were both in the cell together.
We're in the cell together. So
Okay.
he's like, all right, Dick, hey, I'm cuffing up. I'm like, I ain't cuffing up. Fuck them. I'm like,
You push money or not?
no, we didn't have to, dog, because they got to cuff us both up our cell extract.
Yeah.
So, but when the last time I left San Bernardino, I fought with the sheriffs over there. I fought with the sergeant. That fool was trying to like be on some bullshit. So I fought with them, dog, and they fucked me up. They fucked me up, but you know, I fought with them, so they didn't want to send me back. The marshals at MDC were like, oh, fuck that, we're not gonna send you back over there. Like, them fools don't even want you over there. Like, you fought with them last time, you know? So it was cool. Like, you know, we got to stay, but I stood there 18 months, dog. They didn't want to let me out of the hole.
What's a program when you're doing 18 months in the federal SHU in downtown? And I mean, what's your daily program right there? I mean, it's gotta be great too. Like you said, they have an amazing store list right there, right?
Yeah, we were good, bro.
Like what do they have on the store list in comparison to like, you know, LA County Jail?
They have everything.
Do they have it better than the state?
I mean, look, it was like a state store list in the SHU.
In the SHU.
So we had everything that you can imagine, dog. You know, like fucking shredded beef, chicken, fucking shrimps, whatever the fuck you want. I had all that shit. I had my whole top bunk like a store.
Yeah.
Like I had everything full, and we used to make wine every day. The girls were on top of us.
Oh yeah.
So like you could like phone sex through the toilet, like
fish their panties down
all
or
that
something.
shit.
How do you make
Sniff their
wine?
panties jacking off.
How do you make wine?
Regular, like making wine out of like, you know, the fruits and all that. Like the girls would send us like
Panties.
fruit too.
Fermented fruit?
Nah,
Panties?
they'd send us everything because like the cops don't come in your cell in the SHU. So like we'd be in there, we'd make a gang of wine. Like in the SHU, you move every 21 days. So like you know when you're moving. So like they'll tell you like, hey, like today. So like from today to 21 days, you don't come out. They'll come and tell you like, hey, do you want the phone or you want to come out to shower? I'm like, shit, bring me the phone. I'll take a bird bath. So like I was in the SHU 18 months, dog. Like I never came out to shower one time.
You made wine
Like,
every day.
Fool, we stood drinking wine. Like we're smoking Kush all day. All day we smoke Kush in the SHU. Like no bullshit. Like we stood smoking Kush. All I would do was I would get the what's that shit? The Bengay. I would get a Bengay every week. I would buy a Bengay from the store. I had a spray bottle. I will put the whole Bengay in a spray bottle, shake that bitch up, and spray it all over the house. Shh. The cops would come like, what the fuck is that smell? I'm like, shit, my back hurts. My celly be rubbing my back. they're like, what the fuck? The whole fucking tear smell like Bengay, bro. But that shit covers everything. So we'll be drinking wine. We'll be smoking Kush. We were chilling, talking to the bitches all night. You just take all the water out of the toilet, talk to them all night. Like, fools already knew, like, hey, like, my bitch lives upstairs. Like, I'm moving to these 2 cells because that's who.
So you guys started claiming?
Yeah,
like real relationships?
No shit. There's fools that got people pregnant up there through the toilet.
Damn.
No bullshit. Like, shit was
fishing
crazy.
out through the toilet?
Yeah, food. They used to fish us hot food, dog, tamales. But hey, what do you want to eat today? All that shit, dog. We'll be eating good, dog. I used to have them.
Plain house.
You think I'm lying? That shit's serious. Motherfuckers are ready to fight for them bitches upstairs. And you know what's crazy is I think there's only like 80 bitches upstairs tops. There's like maybe 1,500 dudes, right? Everybody got a bitch.
Did you get a
How was that? How does everybody got a bitch if there's only 80 bitches and 1,500? Everybody got a bitch, fool.
Damn.
Like, damn, this bitch is playing us. She got like 3 different dudes.
Sure.
But it was cracking, dog. It was good times. Like, you be talking to the bitches all night. Motherfuckers be making phones out.
Why does it make a motherfucker feel good? Shit.
But motherfuckers were chilling, dog. Like, for real, for real. Like, motherfuckers in MDC, they know about that shit, dog. That shit is real shit. If motherfuckers in the comments, they know. If they've ever been there, they're like, damn. Because
picture to the voice and shit? Like,
what happened?
do you know who you're talking to? Like,
Well, they'll send you pictures and shit through the toilet, so you just hope they look like that. But
I hope they look like
you
that.
know,
Through the toilet.
The thing is that like most fools have homegirls up there because everybody got indicted together. So it's like, hey, how does this bitch look? Don't lie, you know? Some fools, they ain't giving a fuck. That as long as they're eating good, they're like, I don't care. Bring that fat bitch over here. She's gonna moan through the toilet. Like, we're good.
Moan through the toilet.
Well, that's what they're doing.
Fucking savages, bro.
It's savages.
They got the cups with the string and shit.
Fool, we had the like we'd use the
milk cartons.
No, they had the sugar canisters and the creamer canisters.
Okay.
Fool, I used to make mean long ass canisters all the way to the bed. I'll be laying down on the bed talking to the mean long ass extension, bro. No bullshit. We'll be talking from the bed like, what up?
You'll be cutting his toenails talking and shit. What's up, baby?
Hey, get naked. Get naked.
Oh,
Hey, we need to put one of those on the wall, Droop. You gotta make one. We gotta put one of those on the wall right here.
Hey, Hey, no bullshit, dog. That shit's amazing, dog.
Hey, what would the hooters say when they see that shit?
Look, some of them will be clowning. Look, cause keep in mind, our toilet flusher for the hole is outside the fucking thing. So sometimes the hooters will come and they'll be on some bullshit. They'll just flush the toilet on you. Whoosh! You're like, oh shit, the motherfucker. Gotta take the water back out. But like 9 times out of 10, they'll be laughing, dog. They'll come through talking shit. Some of these fools be hating. The bitches be like, hey, this fool's trying to get at me. He knows I get at you and this and that. Like, they'll go up there. Like,
Stir the pot.
For real.
Stir the pot like a motherfucker.
Hey, why you talking to that fool? You know he's in jail. Like, bitch.
I'm in jail too.
Hating ass
That
fool.
fool never clips his toenails.
Hating ass fools, dog.
That's funny, bro. Yeah, I mean, you can't be mad at them, bro, because they're having fun too. Stirring the pot.
Hey.
They're trolling the theater, you know what I mean?
No lie. Like, when I went, fool, like, we got, like, gang of stories about that shit, dog. Like, motherfuckers be up there. Look, the cops are savages over there too, dog. They used to let us do a gang of shit, and then they put cameras, so then it was still kind of like, oh, you gotta like kind of hook it up. But before, fool, we used to be able to run across, get at the bitches. Like 9 North and 9 South is together. The bitches are in 9 North, fool. So, like, one of the cops told me, he's like, oh, all these dudes be talking like they on it. He said, but I seen you really with the big.
He heard your conversation.
No, he seen me run across. I run across to that bitch, cause we gotta pick up the food at the same time, fool. So you run over there, you catch a bitch like, what's up, you know? Yeah. So she'll be like, hey, I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna get the food, you're gonna get the food. Like, hell yeah. So the cop would just open the door and sit back on the desk, fool. So you run over there like, bam, what's up? You know what I mean? There's a little mob closet right there, like in the middle. Like,
what does she look like, Drewps? What does she look like?
Nah, she was straight.
Was it a catfish or no?
Nah, hell nah, fool.
Shit,
nah.
in those situations don't even matter, bro.
No, bullshit to the side. There was a lot of bad bitches up there. And like, even back in the day, like, they'll let you go to the other side, fool, like to buff the floor and to do all kind of shit. So like, we'll go over there, dog. Like, I went over there, my baby mom was there. The cop was like, hey, come on now, get away from the door already. I'm like we was over there chilling, dog, like, for real.
Damn.
Like, it was good times. Like, I mean, motherfuckers gotta make the best of their situation, bro. So, you know, but best believe I made the best of mine. You know?
That sounds like a good time.
That's funny what you said. What the cop told you. They said, "Hey, some of these dudes think they with the business. you really about that business? You the only dude running across the fucking theater with just butt naked with a pair of socks on." Yeah. Sliding through the floor like Tom Cruise in that movie.
Right?
Hey, but when you see pictures of girls in the feds, they're all fine, bro.
That's what I'm telling you. But listen, keep in mind, like, most dudes, like, drug dealers got fucking bad bitches. Yeah. And they're getting busted with them. You know?
That makes sense.
And the bitches are there. Yeah. I mean, that not all of them are bad, but the majority of them are cool.
Yeah.
You know? And they're cool, and they're cutting it up, dog, you know? Like, so you having a good time, dog? Like, you know?
Man, that toilet phone thing.
That's what all that
you gotta make that contraption, bro.
Bro, that's gonna be a classic clip right there, bro.
Hey, motherfuckers were on it for
real. Said he extended that shit all the way to his bed.
To the bed. I'll be laying on the bed just talking, dog. Like, what up?
Hey, did you have any angles in it? Would you?
Yeah, all that shit have been all the way to the bed. Hey, motherfucker be asleep, wake up like, oh shit, I have the shit all the way to the bed. Like, you know already like 8 count times have passed. The cops have been like, look at this motherfucker.
Oh my god.
For real. Like, but a lot of them cops were all like from LA, dog. It was Mexican and black, dog. So they're all cool. Yeah. They're like, you know, hey, we got family that been here. You know, it's all love and shit, you know?
Shout out to them dudes.
For real. Shout out to them. Real talk.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
Shout out. They be looking out. So a few of them were in the hood, fool. They used to, when we first got busted up, pull up, and park gang. I'm like, baby, you ready to go?
Yeah.
For real. They grew up right there, like all on fucking, like on Bennett, all that shit, fool.
Well, I'm telling you, bro, like a few months ago when I was on Atlantic and the 60 freeway in the Pep Boys parking lot at the little taco stand right there. And when I pulled in, I said, fuck. You know what I mean? Because there was 3 cop cars right there.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking of just going all the way through the parking lot and leaving, bro. But I was like, man, that's gonna be too suspicious, dog. You know what I mean? So I just said, fuck it, dog. I pulled in and I got off and they were ordering their shit and I started ordering my shit, you know what I mean? And then I struck up a little conversation. They told me something or something like that, but I said, hey man, that's cool. You guys ain't fucking. You guys are over here supporting the street vendors, and you ain't trying to fucking you ain't trying to fuck them off and shit. And they're like, nah, bro, this is their bread and butter. Like it was actually Monterey Park Police Department, so I think they were out of their jurisdiction because that's East LA where I was at, right? Yeah. But it's right there on the border, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, nah, hell no, we love these. You know, this is our lunchtime right now. You know, we eating and we supporting the community, blah blah blah. You know, and then the dude hit me up where I was from, right? So I'm from Highland Park, and he goes, "Oh, you from Highland Park?" He goes, "You know Drewps?" Yeah, bro. Yeah. He knows Drewps. Remember I sent you a picture of him?
Yeah.
I said, hey, let me take a picture of you and send it to Drewps. You know, he goes, all right, go ahead. You know?
Damn.
And so I sent it to him. He goes, yeah, fool. We'd be at the basketball court where I'll be with his brothers or this and that, and he would buy us all food all the time. And I guess this is before he got into the police department, bro. But he was like, yeah, that's the homie right there. He's a police officer now, and he's obviously
shout out to him.
Yeah, he's on the other side of the fence, so to speak. I mean, yeah, different other side of the playing field. I'll say.
Shout out.
Yeah, but he had nothing but good to say about you, and I'm sure one day if he ever bumped into you, it'd probably be the same thing, bro. What's up, fool? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know, he's giving you a fist bump with a full uniform on. You know, hey, you know, a lot of these police officers are from the community, and those are probably some of the better police officers, right? You know, that understand.
That's what we need.
We
need the ones that understand what we're going through, bro.
Understand the community, exactly. Let's do this.
I gotta use the restroom, bro.
Yeah, let's take a break right now, guys.
Break.
Yeah, let me do these ads right here, Casey. You can put it on me right here. I gotta use the restroom as well. Let's pay a couple bills real quick. And I want to let you guys know that we are open for sponsorships right now. It's a monthly sponsorship. You can get at me in my DM at Lucky Sunzu on Instagram. And we're gonna go above and beyond with our ads, with our verbal ads. At one point, I was playing the ad on here, a pre-recorded thing, but you know what? I'm gonna step it up and we're gonna do the verbal ads. And we're gonna go above and beyond for the individuals that sponsor our podcast because we love these guys and these guys help us tremendously. And I want to go the extra distance to carry our end out, right, of the deal. Let me do this real quick. Excuse me. Okay, Origin Bakery Equipment has been an OG sponsor of ours, and this is probably going to be their last ad right here until they get back on board with us. But if you guys need any type of commercial bakery equipment, these are our guys, and this should be your guys too to go to, all right? It's your one-stop shop for all your bakery and restaurant equipment needs. Home-based to wholesale commercial bakeries, new and used. You can follow them on Instagram at Origin Bakery Equipment LLC, and they are actually located in the city of South Omani, and their address is 10441 Rush Street. Okay, a big shout out to Apish OG. Follow them on Instagram at Apish_OG, and you know what? You can cop all their amazing flavors of Apish OG at OG Nation in the city of Maywood. Come get your flour, your edibles. OG Nation is your one-stop shop for all your needs. All right, so check it out. My personal jeweler is D. Leo the jeweler. I've known the dude since he was 5 years old. I mean, I love this dude. Good dude. I know his whole family. Shout out to Diane. Shout out to Scott. Dude, this is my guy right here. He does all our hood stock chains, and I'm not wearing one right now, but the dude is an amazing talent, and he's coming up. If you guys would like to get some custom-made jewelry, hit him up on his DM. His Instagram is at d.leo the jeweler. Okay, let's take a quick break, Casey, and I got to use the restroom real quick, and we'll be right back, guys. Love you guys.
devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Emotions out of focus, I'm crawling at my lowest. Feet hit the streets like a high-speed pursuit. I'm wild when I move, burn it to your head, about to tighten up the noose. Bunch of clown faces blowing clouds of the booth. Woof, woof, hooters at the door, now they trying to run up in. I am not a guppy shark, stash everything. Dope in the pussy like a B of A deposit. Baby girl robotic, she gang bang ebonics. Hang with the wolves or you gotta pull your weight. Told the biggest tool, keep one in the chain. This is not a date, dance with the Mex, get your face in the cake.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Pennies for my thoughts, I still can't make $1. Anybody home, Mr. 38 revolver. Holla, Lord, I need change. Heard you heal the hurt, I heard you kill the pain. Homie down the street, you left them dead in the dirt. Now his mama growing grays. Clouds in the skies leave tears on the grave. No smile on the face, just another t-shirt. Small funeral, see his girl when they flirt. Shit still fresh, still smell death. Bunch of drug addicts, can't wait to fuck next. Let the pussy rest, waiting on the prey like a goon in your home. It's 2 in the morning.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Kodak pictures catch the redness in my eyes. The pookie virtualized got the devil in my mind. The highs, the lows, a suicide note. The drip of the nasal, feel the tip of the razor. I'm tired of the living, I'm tired of the sinning. I wanna be dead dog better than these meds. Got my girl gagged, keep acting stupid, gonna throw you through the glass. Broken windows, limo tinted nipple. She crazy, we crazy, another meth baby. I need to sober up, I'm tripping, she waking. I think I need some sleep, I'm losing my mind. Catch me while I leap.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Yeah. We're back, baby. We're back.
Oh,
We're back. I want to give a big shout out to my boy RJ. RJ's in the building. Gutter Phenom is in the
got a
building.
phenom in the house.
Yeah, gutterphenom.com.
Whoa.
Gutterphenom.com. Let me see a pair of shorts I got right there. Where my shorts at, bro? Yeah.
Throw them all over my fucking.
We got the shirts over there too. Gutter Phenom.
These shorts are hard, bro. Thank you, brother. I love these shorts.
Whoa, look at that. Gutter Phenom in the
Those
house.
are nice, dog.
Got the boy looking out.
And check it out. If you guys
Homie.
go to gutterphenom.com, I want to let you guys know that if you're an extra large in regular shorts, they're running a little small, right? Yeah. So you want to get yourself a 2X if you're an extra large. Just a heads up on that, just so you guys have to go through the return thing and all that.
I thought Lucky was just trying to get that dick print going.
That dick print going on. I never realized that women pay attention to dudes in sweats.
Yes.
I just
They're
like
looking
to.
at the cheeks, huh? That's what it is. They're looking at the cheeks.
I think they're looking at the
print.
dick print. The dick print. Yeah.
And the cheeks.
Yeah.
They're looking at your cheeks, Lex. Believe that. Like you got them cheeks.
These fucking guys. Fucking making me blush 2 times in a row. No.
2 times.
2 podcasts. No, I'm just fucking around. Know your worth. Know your worth.
Know your girth. Know your worth.
Know your worth and your girth. So, jail stories have got to be the most funniest and interesting stories to hear, especially when you can share them without fucking up the whole game, right?
We ain't never fucking up the game.
Yeah, but bro, I have the funniest jail stories too, bro. And hearing yours, it's just, I love. I mean, unfortunately, we do what we do, and sometimes we put ourselves in these predicaments, man. But as long as you can get out of them and laugh at them at the end,
Made it,
bro.
dog. We made it.
Make it
Look,
at the end.
Back out.
Yeah.
Living life, dog. Living my best life right now, too. Making good money, dog. In the union. Fucking doing good, dog. So making sure my family's straight, without no extras, dog. I don't got no extra headaches right now. Like, life is great, dog. Living.
So you're 18 months in this in this paradise. I mean, SHU.
Yeah.
This paradise SHU environment. I mean, how is it going in there with so many homies, bro? I mean, what was there, 42 of you guys that went in?
Well, like, there was 42 of us, and, like, there was 22 from the hood, and then, like, an extra 20 people, right?
Yeah.
So there was 22 from the hood, and then there was another 39 from the homies from the harbor area. So, like, all together, like, we were chilling, dog. It was, like, we watched everybody's indictment come in after us. We watched the homies from 18 come in, from Shadow Park, from Colombia, from the homies from Puente come in. Watched all the indictments come in after us. So now, like, more homies are up on
Game.
The feds coming through. Watch the homie from Azusa come through. Watch a gang of fools come through. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people are more adapt to, like, what's going on in the feds. So, they're up on more game now, But, like, when we first started, like, that shit was new to us, It was just us and the homies from Violent Boys, like, deep, like, coming in deep, And then after that, it was a little bit of everybody. Because there was still gangs there. There was people from everywhere in there. But, like, 1, 2, 3, couple dudes, But after that, there was whole hoods getting indicted. So as the hoods are getting indicted, like, people are understanding this federal stuff more,
Yeah, the structure of it, the
Yeah,
ins and
like,
outs.
what's going on.
Yeah, the legalities are.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
And so you start going to court. You're there for, start going to court. You're there for 4 years, 4.5 years.
We don't go that often, bro. Like honestly, like, if you're not in there, like, telling and shit, like in the 4.5 years I was there, I probably went 5 times, 4 times. I didn't go that much.
Why do they spread it so far across? 'Cause it's such a big
They
case.
just postpone it. They say, like, it's so big, like, we gotta just, like, keep postponing type shit. So, like with me, I was like, hey, well, fuck it. Like, they didn't want to give me them 20, so I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to trial, So they're like, all right. And I asked for a speedy trial, and they said, well, it's in the government's best interest not to give you a speedy trial. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I told my lawyer, like, what do you mean? Like, Like, real shit. Like, the other day, my investigator hit me up the other day on Instagram. He's like, what's up, bro? It's me. What's cracking? How you doing? Like, I see you, bro. Like, shout out, Drewps. I'm like, what?
And your investigator that was on your
on my federal case.
on your side though.
On my side, with
Yeah.
me. He was the investigator on my side and shit. Like, I used to send him in the hood, like, hey, go over here and go see what's up with the homies and shit. He'll come back like, hey, fool, you better be cool fucking with them. Them fools still got it cracking over there. I'm like, oh, shit, that's right. He'll be like, hey, I was in your hood the other day. I seen your little homies. I was getting my hair cut. I was like, fool, you tripping? What you going over there for? But, yeah, like, good dude, man. Good dude, man. Shout out to him. He knows who he is. Shout out to him. I ain't even gonna put him on blast.
No, you
shout
shouldn't.
out.
Yeah. So I want to ask this question right here.
What
How
up?
is the so we talked? I'm always interested in just like the little things, which are big things to me. Is when you're doing time, is what you have. Your accommodations, right? In regards to like you said, the food. I mean, if you have money, you can order all the good food.
Yeah.
But say if you don't have money like that, how is the federal food that's being served there? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Honestly, like in MDC, the federal food was pretty good, man. We still had it good. Like most people are in MDC, they're still just getting busted. So like I had poker tables, I had all that shit cracking in the feds, right? So I was always doing good. Like, to be honest with you, like, you know, like we were doing good. I was doing good in the feds. Like,
I went back to my question though. What's a good breakfast? What's a good dinner there?
fuck. I mean, they had big ass like pieces of chicken, dog. Like that would take up the whole. Look, at the time we still had a microwave there, so like it didn't matter like what they brought you, because whatever they brought you, you could like cut it up with something from the store, and make some bomb ass burritos into like whatever, you know.
Gotcha.
So like. They had chicken day, like they used to bring some fucking chicken. Like, how can this be a chicken? Like, this motherfucker is so big sticking off the plate. Like, people are tripping on it.
Pumped with
But
steroids.
for real, but like it's just so big, like you're doing good. And then they had like vegetable plates. Like I used to, like before I went to jail, I never used to eat no vegetables, you know, like my only vegetables maybe like corn.
Potatoes?
You know? No, corn. You know, I like corn. But like I used to buy all the vegetable plates in there. Like the homie Boogie used to be like, fool, I thought you don't like no onion and tomato and all this shit. But like we used to buy that shit off everybody. They had like the onion and tomato and like bell pepper and all that shit. You put that shit into your food, dog. That shit's fire, dog. Like I'm used to eating that shit raw now. Like even now, like if I go to a restaurant, like I don't want my onion, tomato, and bell pepper and all that cooked. I want it raw, because when you put it on it raw, like for me, that's what I'm used to from in jail.
Huh.
Like I like it. It tastes good to me, you know. But that was the extra shit. Like I forgot what the fucking plate is called, but they would give you like whole onion, like a whole bell pepper, a whole tomato, like on the side. So like we'd put that shit in our Chinese food. That's what I was telling you when you made that Chinese food the other day.
Fucked it up. Sorry.
Like you watch me make my shit, dog. I'll make my shit
Can't
for
wait
you guys.
for that one.
Yeah. No, we'll do it right
Fire,
here.
dog.
But you know, before we do yours, we got to do K9's first, because he's got the what do you got with that?
Cheesy
Cheesy
man.
man Wheezy.
The cheesy man Wheezy.
Cheesy man.
Like my shit is just regular, dog. But like I'll make it's like we use like the pork rinds and all that shit, but like fire, fool. Like just making some shit.
With
like,
with produce, basically.
Yeah,
Got
just raw
tomatoes,
produce
yeah.
on the side, but like with the sausage and the noodles and that shit fire, fool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you put the fucking orange tang in that and the pork rinds and shit.
Yeah.
Fire. Like you motherfuckers are gonna.
I've tasted that, the orange tang.
Yeah, that shit's fire, dog.
Sriracha
But
jelly.
like for real, like when I was in Kansas, like I used to make that shit for everybody over there. Like fools would be like, "Hey, make me that shit." Like even other races, you know. And like we can't like share food, but you can make it for them and give it to them. So I'm like, "Here, bring me this shit. I'll make that shit." You know,
with like the other races.
everybody.
You
Yeah.
know you
You
feel
know?
good when the Asian's asking you to cook something.
For real. Like, hey, we used to be cool though, dog. Like, Kansas was a motherfucker, dog. That was a cool ass place, dog. I think that was like one of the best places I've been in Leavenworth. And I was there for like a little more than 4.5 years. So like I spent a good time of my time over there. But like that's where I got to learn about like the feds and like how it works and like how this shit goes.
Let's
you know?
say this. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna let me present this to you guys. So I think when we start, you 17 years, correct?
I did like 16 and a half, like
Okay.
a little 16 years, 8 months or some crazy shit like that.
So how about this? I think this is the option. You know, we could do it like this maybe. I mean, we'll all determine how we do it. We can open up phone lines so people can talk to you, ask you some questions, and then save the federal time, go into all those different federal prisons and all those different states.
Okay.
Right? For a part 3, or we can get into that right now and skip the phone lines. Do we save that for a part 3?
At least.
Let's ask everybody what they want to do.
Phone calls, and we make a part 3 when we talk about him going to all these different
Light
prisons.
it up with fire emojis if you want to call in. If not, we'll just keep talking.
I think we still at least get, if we do the part 3, which I think would probably be the best option, we
Yeah.
still get to the day, the end of the 4th year in,
Yeah, where you get sentenced.
where you get sentenced, yes.
So does that sound good? We
Yeah, that sounds good.
We get to your sentencing date.
It's up to them, dog. Whatever they want to do, dog. I mean, we're here for everybody out there, dog. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's say part 3.
Part 3.
Yeah, let's do it.
Phone calls. Okay.
See.
Part 3 phone calls. There it is there. We're going to leave it like that. Check it out. Let's check it out. I'm going to activate the phone calls after Rick shares with us his sentencing date. They got
go.
your time. Okay?
Look, they got the fire emojis too. They heard me. Fire it up, dog. Fire it up.
Flame on.
Where you guys at? Flame up.
Part 3. Yeah. We need a part 3 just so we can thoroughly
Yeah, because, I mean, we got so many great stories.
Look, dog, I got a lot of shit to share, dog.
That's
like
why we
real
can't just
shit.
do 2, Drew. We can't just
Like-
do 2.
Yeah,
Like-
we got to do a part 3.
There's
Rick,
there's a lot of shit, man. Like you guys don't even know. Like we're barely like breaking the surface with some of this shit, just because of how long motherfucker did in jail. You know, like everybody don't understand like how it is to do time and what it is, and maybe some of you guys do, but
Yeah, we
the
didn't
majority knows. Like even people that know what's up, like that know me and shit, they know motherfucker real one, dog.
Absolutely.
Ain't nobody faking over here.
Hell no, dog.
You get out of the shoe.
So you get out of the SHU with sentencing date, leading up to sentencing date, and the sentencing date. We'll end it there. We'll open up phone lines.
Well, I made it out of the SHU, right? So the cops actually came to me and they asked me like, hey, what floor do you want to go to? Like, where you want to go? And I'm like, shit. Send me up here to where like I can still see the bitches. Because I said, send me the 9 South, So I went up there with my boy, motherfucking Toto from Shadow Park and shit, from 18 and shit. And like we were up there chilling. Like that shit was like really cool and shit, Like we're up there kicking it, dog. Like real talk. We were chilling. Like it was a good time. And like from there, that's when I got sentenced, But like it was a little more than 4 years that they actually came to us with a deal. My first deal was like 15 years me, 5 years from my baby's mom and shit. So I see my baby's mom visiting and she's like, man, fuck that. We're gonna go to trial. Like, fuck these fools. I don't wanna do 5 years. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me see if I can get your time,
If you get her time.
Yeah, if I can take her time, So I went back and I told my lawyer, like, hey, look, man. Because really, like, bullshit to the side, like, my baby's mom wasn't out there, like, committing crime or, like selling drugs or none of that shit, Like, it was me. She just was with me, You know, she was with me and I was the asshole, you know? So I was like, man, let me get that shit. Give me her time. So I'm thinking I'm going to get 20. So they're like, look, man, we can't give you 20, just 20. It has to go off the guidelines, you know? Because there's federal guidelines you got to go off of to actually get your time. So they're like, we can give you 210 to 266 months. And I'm like, damn, that shit takes me up. It takes me from like 17 years to like, it takes me from 15 to like fucking 22. I'm like, damn, I don't need no damn 22. I'll take 20, but 22, like, you know, like in my head, since I came to jail, I was like, I'll take 20, you know, but I thought everything after 20 is like, I'm never gonna get out type shit. So I was like, fuck. So I told my lawyer, look, see if you can bind it at like the 210, which is 17 and a half, you know, like I'll take that. So I was trying to get the binding plea to 17 and a half, but she's like, nah, it's still 210 to 266 or some shit. So I was like, fuck it. Like, let's grab it then, you know? So they ended up giving me, I ended up taking a binding plea for 210 months. So they couldn't break my plea. If they took me past 210, like it would have been, I could have fought it, you know? So I took that to let my baby's mom go home.
There you go, baby. There you go.
Who got the time underneath you that was like a pretty long?
My homie Joker. Joker got 15 years, 8 months.
Shout out to Jokes.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Jokes.
Yes, sir.
Big Jokes.
Nothing but love, baby.
Yeah, everybody else got 10. Like most of the homies got 10. My homie Lefty got like 11 or 12 or some shit. Most of the homies all took their time. Like I can't really shit on nobody, dog. Like everybody on my case took their time. My boy Silent from Eastside Wilmas, that fool took 22, but he was number 1 on the other case. And he just got out. He's still on ankle monitor right now. I actually got to pull up and go see my boy. You know? We had Drewps from Eastside Wilmas in here when he came through with the homie. Drewps from Money, right?
Oh, yeah.
Trippy G?
Yeah.
Remember he came in with Trippy G?
Yeah.
That was my boy on my case too. You know what I mean? So, like, there's a lot of motherfuckers that know. They know shit. You know, I was just chilling with all the homies from Westside Longo the other day. We had a long motherfucking night. I'm the homie motherfucking, the homie's birthday and shit. They already know.
Let's do this. Let's open up the phone lines, but I want to ask you this question before you open up the phone lines.
What up?
So when you finally got the time, was it a relief? I mean, was it like, all right, that's over with, the suspense is over with, now let's buckle back down and get this time done with?
It was a big relief, bro, because look, they gave me the 210 months. Keep in mind, I've already got like 5 years out of the way. So I'm thinking at the most I gotta do is 10 more years. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I got a third of it done. You know, and I'm still at the time I'm knocking out. We used to warm up doing the 10 pump burpees, you know? So I'm doing 1,000 push-ups to warm up. So I'm like, shit, I'm good. I'm going to be all right by the time I get out. You know what I mean?
So you're comparing it to your workout at the time.
Well, because you're still feeling good, you know? So you're thinking about, like, how you're feeling, you know? So if you're feeling old, you're going to be old, you know? So I'm thinking, like, we used to warm up. Like, by the time I got up there to 9 South, I got up there with the homie Toro from Shadow Park. And he's like, and when I got up there, he's like, hey, bro, you want to work out with me? I'm like, yeah, cool. He's like, well, I'll do 10 pump burpees to warm up. I'm like, cool, run it. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, but we've been in the SHU doing that shit. Like, I was doing 10 pump and my homie Scraps was doing 7 pump at the time. So, like, we were good. We're like, let's run that shit. You know what I mean? So it was cool. So if you know, 10 pump, 113, you know, we're doing more than 1,000 push-ups in less than an hour, you know what I mean? So anybody that knows about that shit, like, you know, like Navy SEALs, all that shit, we're doing all that shit, you know? So we're in good shape. So it was cool doing that time. Keep in mind that whole time in the SHU, I'm drinking every day. We're smoking Kush every day. The homie had that shit on lock. Every day we're smoking Kush in that bitch, you know? So we're smoking Kush, we're drinking every day, and we're getting our workout in. So that shit was cool. You know what I mean? It wasn't bad. So I'm thinking like 10 more years, like I'm still gonna get out. I'm gonna be healthy enough to like move around, you know? And I think while you're gelling, I think that's what you're really thinking about. Like, am I still gonna be healthy enough to move around? Am I still gonna be good, you know? Like, and for me, like, no lie, I'm still thinking like, damn, I just need my shit to be getting up. So, you know, I can still be fucking and shit. I'm good. You know, no lie.
Phone call time, baby.
Phone call.
Yeah.
Bam. Let's see. All right, guys. There it is. The number is pinned. Let's get it. Let's get it.
So, look, you had a good time last night, did you not?
Yeah, it was cool. Me and Nick had some drinks, man, and it was a good time, dog. It was a good time, bro.
Whoa. Tell him, Nick.
Tell him.
Hey Nick, come here on the camera, dude, and spill the beans for us.
It's no beans to spill, bro. Just was two responsible
Lucky
dudes
was
having a
doing
good
the
time.
fucking worm, wasn't
adults.
he? He was that drunk, he was doing the worm.
Responsible adults, bro. You know, that's it, bro.
That's it, bro.
Stop it. Stop it, Casey.
Casey.
Asshole, trying to get me in trouble. I gotta go home after this.
He said, I gotta sleep here tonight.
Asshole.
Everybody get out of my house.
You're gonna die tonight, Casey. This
You remember Preston's show.
this
You get
fucking
me.
guy. Here we go. Phone calls, baby. Let's see here. You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
What up?
What up? You're live. Yeah, go ahead.
Your live was good.
Hung up. You're on Hoodstocks. Go ahead.
What up, Hood Stocks? North Hollywood in the house.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to North Hollywood.
Yeah, big Drewps, dog. I'm just checking in with you, my boy. You fucking, your story's banging, homie. You know, we support you from the Valley, dog. Big love. Fuck you.
That's right. Shout
Love you
out to
too,
the
baby.
Valley, baby.
Yeah, North
All right,
Hollywood.
dog. You guys have a good one.
You too,
Yeah.
brother. Yeah, absolutely. Love it, dog. Love the love. The love, the love. More love, less hate, baby. I mean, move easier on these streets when you got love cracking
Right?
off amongst the
Hell
fellas.
yeah, we need love from the streets.
Hey, you're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us. Ooh. Okay. Little technical difficulties, man.
What are those
Can you grab me one?
what are those packages right there on the table?
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Ooh, got that
Hey, what's
fire
up,
on the
Lucky? How you
table.
doing, brother? I sent you a message earlier that you were gonna be on the show, and I was wishing you the best of luck, homie.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, I got that, brother. Thank you so much.
Hey, I got a message. I mean, not a message, but I got a question for Drewps, homie.
What's good?
Hey, so I was in the state pen in Colorado.
Okay.
Okay, I did a couple years up there. Okay, not the feds, but in the state. Now, I'm not trying to promote none of this, homie. It's just a question.
Okay.
Because some people out there, they take it the wrong way, like we're trying to promote something negative, and that's not what this agenda's about, homie.
Nah, not
you know
at
what I'm
all.
saying?
What's up?
So we just get that out of the way. So my question is, so up there, I ran with the FISAS, okay?
Okay.
Now the FISAS, they, we had a peace treaty. The yard was pretty cool. Of course, there was enemies with Sureños and Norteños. They had their thing going. Bloods, Crips, and there was a lot of Latin Kings and so on and so on.
Okay.
And some of the local gangs, as we could call it. But in the Fed is the FISAS, FISAS, or as far as Hispanic gangs, not including the following three: Sureños, Norteños, for Latin Kings. Are there any more gangs like Border Brothers or Aztecas in the Fed?
Yeah, they got paisas that still are on the yard with us, and then they got Aztecas, the Cuernos, all them other dudes, the TS that are on other yards like with the Norteños.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
okay.
but the paisas are on the yards with us. Like, there's a lot of like I was in jail in Colorado. I was over there in what is it called? It's
in Florence.
I was in Florence on the medium over there, and
the medium fast.
Yeah, and over there we're on the yard with it's us, like Tango Blast, Paisas, and Sureños. Those are like the predominant like Mexican gangs on the yard.
Right, I understand.
Yep.
All right, that's all right. That's all I was wondering, homie.
Yeah, but the paisas are known in jail, dog. Like a lot of the jails that I've been to, like the paisas fuck with the Sureños real tough. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling in, bro.
All right, then, homie. All right.
Yeah.
All right, dog. Let me see. No, you're calling no caller ID. You're not gonna get through. You guys should know that by now. Let's see.
Call us with a caller ID, bro, so you can get through.
You're on Hoodstocks. Go ahead.
What's up? I just wanted to call, give a shout out to Drewps and K9 and for y'all doing y'all shit. You know who this is?
Who's this?
It's the General, my boy.
That's right. Shout out to you, General.
The General 49. What's up with it, my boy?
That's right. Shout out to you, big dog. Much love,
I'm proud
homeboy.
of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. What's up with K9, man? You holding your head up, fool?
Yeah, K9's here, bro.
He went to go.
He went
to go feed his dogs.
Yeah, K9 be on it. But yeah, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the support, bro.
And Lil Drewps, my boy, both of y'all, my niggas, Cleon, y'all niggas doing y'all shit,
you
man.
already know Cleon's my little bro, dog. You already know. Much love to him,
I'm proud
for
of y'all
sure.
fools, my boy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, but hey, one more thing, homie, you gotta take that Ram shit off and put you a Niner jersey on.
Shout out to you, bro. Much love,
Hey,
dog.
Take it easy, my boy.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to you, dog. Cali, baby.
General.
You already know.
Yeah, the General calling in, baby.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah.
I got him on my Instagram.
There you go.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody, man, on the podcast. Fucking with us,
We
man.
got 774 people tapped in right now.
Yeah.
Everybody hit that like,
Everybody
subscribe.
tuning into the Whoop Show too, man. We need you. Tune in.
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
What's up, man? How are you, man? This is straight up from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I was born and raised over there in South Central, off of San Pedro and Central Avenue.
That's
right. Give you guys a big shout out, man. I appreciate everything you guys do. But as far as man, who do you want to be president next?
Shit, I haven't even been thinking about no president, bro. Like, I just been living day to day, dog, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man. So, do you Biden or Trump?
If you watch Whoop Show episode 1, you could towards the end, him and K9 discuss who they would vote for.
Yeah.
And they both can't vote.
Yeah.
That is exactly right, dude.
Yeah. Hey,
That's exactly right, man.
I would vote for this guy.
But hey, I'm over there in the South, man, over there in Nashville, Tennessee, man. But I grew up in South Central.
Who are you voting for over
man,
there in Nashville, bro? Who do you want to be president?
Man, I don't vote for anybody, dude. I don't like nobody.
See, that's
nobody
where that's where I'm
Everybody
at.
fucking sucks, man. You know?
K9's voting for Trump, though.
Well, K9 said if somebody could vote in his honor, if they
He
could
wants
vote
them
Trump.
to vote for Trump.
And you know what? All my brother-in-laws, all my family, dude, they're exactly like that, dude. They're all super straight up conservative, man.
Yeah, a lot of Latinos are very conservative, and it's crazy, bro. Like, Latinos, big time Trump supporters, and hey, you know what? You do it. You know, everybody do what you believe
exactly
in.
like
you know?
that, man.
What's that?
It's exactly like that. A lot of Latinos are straight up conservative, man.
Why do you think that is?
It's just the culture. Like my family, they grew up in a rancho by Guadalajara, somewhere Totanilco, Citala, Jalisco. So they're super conservative out there. So that's how they brought me up, conservative.
Do you think that's because of Catholic values?
Man, you know what? It is probably because of the Catholic values, but now educating myself, man, you know, I don't believe in religion anymore. I just believe in God, and that's pretty much about it. You know?
That's right, bro.
They said K9 voting for Clifford the Big Red. Oh my God.
K9, they asked you who you vote for.
A big thanks to everything you guys are doing, man. It's super positive, man. Stay up.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro. Shout out
Positive
to you.
vibes.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Love, baby.
I told him to go back to the Whoop Show and where you discussed that.
Not Biden for sure, but I wouldn't vote for nobody.
Whoa.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
What's up, Lucky? Just want to say fuck you.
Love you too, baby.
Fuck you, Lucky.
I just want to give you guys mad props for, standing up and doing what you guys are doing and shit. And, just keep pushing on me. You guys are always kicking that knowledge.
That's right. Appreciate the love, bro.
And lessons in life is knowledge, bro. Right?
No, for real.
When you're talking about the shit you've been through, the mistakes you've made, and the crazy roads that you had to go down because of those mistakes, I mean, that is knowledge, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, for real. But it's like homeboy was saying shit, you know what I mean? Like, when we get stuck in predicaments like that, like, we seem to find the best out of it, you know? Remain optimistic, that's all we could do.
That's
Keep
it,
pushing.
bro. You got to make the best out of whatever you're going through at the time, you know?
And that will
Yup.
that will not define you, bro, but that will really show you or show yourself what you are made of. Like being in those hard predicaments, you know, being resilient, leveling up, getting through it, and then getting out here in the free road, bro. And you know, are you fucking still a dumbass? Are you gonna did you actually learn from them lessons? And now you're moving correctly, you know. And that's what we promote right here, you know. Just like, all right, you've been through that, you stayed
right.
solid, good shit. Now
Learning from our mistakes, bro.
let's move forward now, you know.
That's right. Just want to give you guys props, man. I'm always tuning in. And gracias for what you guys are doing, you know?
Thank
Appreciate
you,
you, bro.
Thank you for supporting.
bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, love, doggy. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Yo, you on Hood Stocks, bro? You made it.
Whoa.
You made it. Okay.
All right, bro.
Good hearing from you, bro.
Bro. Hey.
Just want to breathe.
Right?
Lucky. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Yo.
Hey, fuck you, Lucky.
I love you too, baby.
Lucky loves that shit, bro.
I do, dog. I really do. Okay.
It's funny when they come up here. I just want to say fuck you, Lucky, real quick.
Right?
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Yo, Lucky. I got a question for you, dog. Hey, how do you get your tattoo so dark? Like the color.
How do you get your tattoo so dark, Lux?
What's in the ink, Lucky?
Look at your ink compared to mine, Lucky. What do you do, bro?
Oh man. I don't know. I just feel like there's some creepy vibes going on right here, right now, dog. I mean, I don't know.
I'm for real, dog. Come on.
I'm for real, dog. Come on.
Lux tattoo, bro.
Hey.
He rubs fucking baby oil on it every day.
I bet.
Fucking dick. That's why I was gonna bite for that shit, bro. I already knew it. I heard that tone of voice, bro. I was like, I don't know. There's no way this dude's serious.
It's me, super sexy Lucky.
You know me, aka Super Soaker.
Soaker.
Oh shit! Hold on, guys. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hello.
Yes.
What's good?
Hey, Lucky. Hey, it's Paisa from Texas. I was just talking to you. Hey, Lucky. I was going to ask you if I could have your permission to send out a shout out to the homeboys in San Diego real quick.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Because, in 2005, I was coming back from Ensenada, and they got me right there crossing from Tijuana. And I had my little son at the time. He's 19 right now, but at the time he was only 2 years old, 2.5 years old. And they extradited me back to Colorado. Well, anyways, they took me to the county jail in San Diego, bro. And right away, they're like, they try to size you up. What you bang, what we would. And I let them know. I say, I'm from Highland Park, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't gang, but I'm from Highland Park, right there from Figueroa and York, on the corner right there at Penny's. I'm there every day at Penny's, getting me a burger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so anyway, so those homeboys down there, the Sureños, they knew I didn't bang, but they still looked out for me, and they gave me like a little welcome package, and they made sure I had phone calls to my people and all that. So if there's anybody from San Diego listening, I just want to send my thanks to the people of San Diego for looking out for me until I was sent out to Colorado to go finish my bid out there.
That's right. Much love to San Diego, bro.
San Diego.
So much love to San Diego.
Absolutely.
Hey, and then I was gonna see if just send a shout out to Food News and to everybody that you have on there, Lucky. I don't think, Lucky, you personally, I don't think that you have had enough time in your day to actually realize what you're doing for the community, Lucky. I don't think you've actually realized that yet. I don't think it's like, I don't think you've had time to actually sit down and say, holy shit, I fucking made it. And not just you, the whole crew at Footstocks, Lucky. But you need to understand what you're doing is not just a fucking hobby. You're changing lives, homie. And this is all thanks to you and to your crew and everybody, in your circle. Lucky, you need to realize that and value that there's people out here like me that listen to your podcast, listen to people's stories, and we have hope that we can fucking make it in this life. And it's because of you. It's because of Hoodstocks, Lucky. You need to realize this shit. Start taking this shit 1,000%, 1,000,000% serious, Lucky. It's because of you and because of Hoodstocks that everybody out here has hope. And it's thanks to you, Lucky.
Thank you, brother. Thank
you.
you.
Bro. Appreciate you.
I think it's all of us. I think it's all of us as a collective. You know what I mean? But hey, yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. You know what, bro? Sometimes
we get the clap for that one.
Sometimes I don't. Maybe I don't understand.
Good job, Lucky.
Maybe sometimes I don't understand the magnitude of what we're doing here, but it's just all from the heart, right? It's from the heart,
right.
And we feel like I feel like it's needed, and we doing something.
Can I ask you a personal question, Lucky?
Go ahead.
Your old lady, your wife, does she come from a background like a quote unquote a gang environment background? And does she understand what it is that you're doing here? I mean, because she obviously supports you.
She was a foster kid, bro. She's been through some shit, though. I mean, she's been in foster care.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think she, I think she understands. I think she does because she does support it, right? She does support it, but I think she'll support whatever I'm doing, as long as I'm doing it, as long as it's something positive and I'm doing it right. But I wanted to tell you this, bro. Sometimes I don't understand the magnitude, but last night, me and my cousin, I don't go out very often, but we went to the most fucking hood bar, bro, you can find in fucking Southern California, probably one of them, last night, where there was nothing but fucking fools in there. And when you walk into a spot like that, and you're embraced, and you hear a bunch of fuck you luckies, love, what are you drinking, dog? Buckets brought to your table, then that's when it kind of sinks in a little bit, bro. And it's just like, fuck yeah, dog. You know what I mean? That shit's dope.
I remember you said that your daughters had told you that, oh, daddy, you're famous. Remember you said that?
Always, bro. Hell yeah. They love me so much, yeah.
My one last question. What's the name of the bar on York across the street from the Rite Aid?
Across the street from the Rite Aid?
Yeah, that bar. I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah, that's fucking what is it?
On York,
right next to the hardware store.
It's with a D, Dick. Right next to the hardware, across the street from York.
Dusty's.
Is
it Dusty's? See, I haven't been in Highland Park for 15 years, bro.
It's Dusty's, bro.
I grew up right there on Garbanza.
It's Dusty's,
on Garbanza Avenue, and my parents lost their house due to all that bullshit. And now the house is worth like $1 million or some shit.
Yeah, it's Dusty's, bro.
So Dusty's back in the day. Dusty's back in the day was like the kind of like the other side bar. I was always at Johnny's, bro, on York and 50.
Oh, Johnny's.
Yeah, I was always at Johnny's. But I've been to Dusty's a bunch of times too. But Dusty's is a cool bar, bro. You know. But I was thinking of the other.
No,
I was like,
he's on Dusty's.
Yeah,
it's right across.
From the Rite Aid
and
then
the
gas station.
Hey, Lucky.
Yeah.
Remember a couple episodes ago, you were talking about how you wanted to take the crew on the road.
Yeah.
Have you just put that on the back burner, or like have you still been thinking about it, or like what's going on with that? Well,
what I'm doing right now is I'm in the market right now for a van for all of us so we can go together, you know. And I had X amount of money to get us something. But I felt like that what I was shopping for was something that wasn't going to be very reliable, you know, high mileage, but the price was right. But man, I don't want us being stuck on the side of the road. So I took a step back from pulling the trigger on that, bro, and purchasing a van with 200,000 miles on it. Even those motherfuckers run forever, bro. It's crazy. You know, I mean, if it's well maintained, the motherfuckers are doing like 300. I mean, but I need to spend a little bit more money to get something where a van is like at 100,000 miles and not 200, you know? So, and they're pricey, bro. Vans are expensive, dog, you know? So that's still there. It's still there. And also too, we got to figure out, because we all have jobs, bro. We all have jobs. So it would be something that we'd have to coordinate, but I'm trying to implement that with us, a company van, so we can just start getting out to more events too. Like, hey, we got the van, let's all pile up in there and just make it a cool day of it, bro. Fun day of it, you know? But 100% we need to hit the different states. But
it's still happening. It's still happening.
Yeah, it's still happening.
Yeah. Well, if you're ever in Texas, bro, you have a room to yourself here at my house, and Casey could always bunk with me.
Casey, we got you, bro.
That was good. Fuck you.
I'll take them cheeks. I'll take them cheeks real quick.
You don't gotta take them.
Pass the wire, Lucky.
You don't gotta take the willing.
Hey, and then I don't want to throw you under the bus, Lucky, but I still haven't got my stickers I ordered 2 weeks ago.
Okay, that's coming. Yeah. No, I'm behind. I am behind in that, bro. I apologize, bro.
I know that.
Yeah,
check it out, bro.
You said those will get sent out tomorrow. I've usually been on top of it. I've been on top of it a week or prior to that, but I know that I know what your order is, bro. I got you, bro. And not only that, bro, but what size shirt you wear, bro? I'm gonna throw a shirt in there too.
Fuck, dog. I'm a 2X.
2X, got you. I got you, bro.
Hey, and I don't know if you noticed, but the only stickers I ordered was of Casey. and because that same fucking day I placed the orders for the stickers, that same day I got a 5-gallon bucket of lotion from Amazon, and I already got the lotion.
All right, bro.
I already got the lotion, but I got the stickers.
It's been nice talking to you.
We're sending Casey over to you, bro.
Yeah, we're just gonna mail him, bro. I'm just gonna slap some shipping on his ass, bro. And, you know what I mean?
Over
all right, shout out.
Love, baby. Appreciate you, dog. Love.
Texas foods, man.
Texas foods are cool as fuck, dog. Shout out to the Texas homies. Your
shout
hood stocks talk to us.
all the Texas homies.
Yo.
Yeah, you're live, baby. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, man? First of all, man, this shit reminds me of the P-Line just trying to fucking get on this bitch, bro. What the fuck?
It's hard sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta fucking keep calling back. Hey, but Drewps, what's up, Fritz Kenny 5154? I told you I was in fucking calling in, food. Just wanted to tell you much respect.
That's right. Much love, homeboy.
That's honest, but you were late though, fool. What's up? You know what I mean? You had me fucking waiting.
That was Lucky, dog. Lucky had us fucking Casey. Didn't come in till 5:30, dog.
That was on me,
Casey
bro. I'm
shit.
sorry. That was on me.
You want me to beat him up on camera?
Hey, JC.
I want to beat him up on camera for
you. Give me a little EP, full of calentada there, you know.
That's what you want.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna do it on camera. You want it on camera? Well, fuck Casey up on camera, dog.
How about
Casey bullshitting on camera, dog.
How about we pull up the blow dog and he can fight himself?
Nick, take flight.
Shit, yeah, I'm afraid you're supposed to keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, homeboy.
Yes, sir.
Fuck you.
Love you too, baby. Make it my week, baby. Love you, doggy. Appreciate you. Hey, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know you're excited.
Okay. You made it.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hey, Drewps.
What's good?
Hey, you know how Lucky smiled right now when that guy called and asked about his ink, right?
Yeah.
Hey, he smiled like when that girl told him, "You're sexy, Lucky."
Oh fuck!
You know, Lucky likes to hear when he's sexy. Look at him. That's a sexy ass dude right there, bro.
He wore a size large shirt for you guys today, so you can see his fucking
that
muscles.
fool wore a
right
medium, just so you know. Look at him.
These fucking guys, bro.
Hey, donate $20 and Lucky will show off his guns right now, Hulk Hogan style. Hulk Hogan style.
Hogan style.
Hey,
fuck you, Casey.
Yeah, you and Casey better post up with some strings right there behind your butt, you know?
Love you, my G. Thank you for calling, brother. All right, bro. You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Hey, good evening to the whole show. This
What's
is Frank
good,
calling
bro?
from Oregon. I just want to call in and say Texas will twerk to SPM and do the Mr. Capone moan.
Whoa.
Thank you guys for taking my call.
You're
Shout
welcome.
out to Oregon.
And shout out to the homies from Texas, too. We know you damn well you don't twerk to that.
Never.
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Yo, what's up, Lux?
What up, baby?
Shit, chilling. What's good, Drewps?
What's good?
Shit, just chilling. My boy Adar. You know, I'm a longtime Goonie and everything. You know what I mean? I'm just calling, just send my love. You know, shout out to both of you. What you doing, homie? I can't wait for that
Appreciate you,
part 3 to
bro.
come out. You're,
Part
so my boy
3's
all day.
coming,
Part 3
bro.
gonna be banging, bro. We're gonna do a big celebration on the part 3, bro.
We keep that shit banging.
You know what we're gonna do on the part 3, bro? We're gonna give out you did 16, 17 years. We're gonna give out 17 shirts, 17 Hoodstock shirts, bro. And
With our freshness.
matter of fact, 17 packages, bro. On part 3.
17 packages.
We're gonna give out 17 packages on part 3, bro.
Domestic only.
Hell yeah. Is that for everybody that's in the? Is that for everybody that's in like the group?
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
Everybody that hit us up, bro.
We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure out
17.
a cool way to do it, bro.
17 people are gonna get show love.
A nice package. A nice package. A great package. Yeah.
That is hitting up Hoodstocks.
Yeah.
That is showing love.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. But hey, thank you for calling in. All right, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Hey, this is the last phone call. You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us, baby.
Damn.
Droopy, you got to make one of those contraptions, and we got to take a photo of you with it, so
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to
we
us.
could send it in that package.
We're gonna send it. I'm gonna picture it.
Hello.
Yes.
Yo, made it or what?
Yes,
You made it, bro. Last
Made it.
one.
Hey, the last one? Damn, that's tight.
Tell us.
What's up, though? Park gang.
Park gang, baby.
Nah, hey, I just want to say what's up to Drewps like usual. I'm glad you got your back working again and shit. Shout out.
Who's this? This is young Rion.
Yep.
Already. What's good, Capone?
You recognize my
I hear you, boy. I know your voice.
We need to get that out, bro.
I already know your voice, boy. What's good?
I'm just right here watching it with my girl. She don't believe me, bro. That you're really a
Motherfucking hair,
bro.
Jesus. They know.
You don't even know. You don't even know.
You better come back and visit me, motherfucker. You been out there too long.
I know. ASAP, bro. ASAP.
Real shit. Parks up. Come pull
In October,
up,
for
fool.
sure, I'll be over there.
Fucking
For sure in
Rion.
October.
Yeah, pull up to the studio, bro.
That's young Capone.
Yeah, bro.
I know who it is.
I got memories here right there at that house with that pool in the back of the
Fool,
house.
you got a lot of memories. Remember when they shot your ass in the foot and the bullet went in?
Yeah, and I thought I was dying. I was calling you from a bush. I was like, bro, I'm dead right now.
My boy.
He thought he was dying with a bullet on his foot.
Much love to you.
Yeah.
Hey, real shit. Much love to you, fucking Rion, Dick. But showing love, dog. My whole time in the feds, dog. You show love too, dog. Much love to you. Real talk,
I tried,
Dick.
bro. I mean, we're out here trying too, you know, and I had to, you know, because I did my 5. And,
I know you did your time, Dick. I know you did your time. Much love to you, fool. Real shit.
Hell yeah.
You already know. You need to come
bro.
and visit a
Keep it up.
motherfucker, though, fool. On that bullshit.
I know, bro. But yeah, shit's getting smoother, shit. But for sure, like
Pull up when you pull up, Dick. Pull up at my pad, Dick. You got my shit. Hit me up, Dick. Pull up at my pad.
Oh yeah.
You already know. You're more than welcome, Dick.
Alrighty.
Much love to you, Dick.
Later, bro. Keep it up.
All right, brother.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. You already
Parks
know.
up.
You're on Hoodstocks. Last phone call.
Hey, what's up, dog?
What's good?
He hung up.
He
All right.
said, fuck you guys.
Rick, this has been... Let's get this one right here. I saw this number pop a couple times.
Let's go.
You're on Hoods... Oh, they hung up. Okay.
They ain't fucking with us. They said, fuck you, Lucky.
Hey, guys. So we're 2.5 hours in. Part 3, baby.
Part 3, look at Lucky.
Part 3 coming in.
This bitch, it's gonna be part 95.
It's gonna be like the Fast and the Furious franchise.
This shit gonna keep going forever.
Droopy
Well,
X.
it's not my fault you've been fucking off for this
Right?
long, bro.
Right? Droopy got a whole bunch of bullshit going for you guys, bro.
It's
Here
a
it
franchise.
comes.
The franchise.
Droopy 96, here he comes.
He's on his last year in the feds.
Well, there's only one other person that's done it like that on this podcast, and that's been Shooter, bro. So you've been...
Shout out to Shooter.
Yeah, shout out to Shooter doing
Real
time.
shit.
Shout out to my boy JoJo. That's his brother right there. Hey, this has been dope. I love you guys. Rick, what do you want to say on the way out of here?
Shout out to my dad. Love you, man. Hope everything's good. My brother, family, everybody, man. Shout out to the fam. Shout out to the hood. Parks up. Everybody already know. Whoa.
Appreciate you, my boy. Thank you, Dougie. Always. Oh, shit, my bad. Here you go, Dougie.
Oh.
Bam. Love you guys.